Hello everybody! Welcome to the Dead Unicorn. My name is Corey, I'm the Game Master. We are joined by Crystal playing Hida Nozomi, Tarek playing,
Ikomakage!
Thank you. Look, this is the third time I'm doing this because the stream kept crashing and crashing and crashing, so now we're just recording it and I'm gonna put it up as a full record later on. So, there! Stupid internet!
Kick his butt!
Matt is playing
Togashi Tatsuo!
And Josh is playing Shiba Inoue. We're playing Legend of the Five Rings. These guys are all samurai. No, it's their samurai families that they're all a part of, and they're part of samurai clans and everything. And we're playing Winter's Embrace, the first, the next adventure in our little series. And it's a great place to start up by, because it's a brand new adventure. All of these guys, because they have done so well in the previous adventures, have been invited to the Emperor's personal court in the winter time. So in the winter, everybody holds up in these castles. Nobody moves around because the roads are all closed. They're all filled with snow. The armies go home because they can't fight in the middle of winter. And everybody
Unless you're a crab.
And everybody goes to these palaces to do court intrigue instead. They do duels and games of chance and political machinations. This is basically where the war is now. But this one is the Emperor's personal court, and it happens at a different place every year, and this time it's in Kyuden Doji, the esteemed palace of the crane. This map right here, this is the
city.
No, this is the castle. And down here below that is the rest of the grounds outside the castle itself. And as you can see, there are little embassies, little guest houses for each of the clans, and our PCs are in their respective little places. Now,
Our home. Our satellite buildings.
Yes. Now, I would like to thank our patrons on Patreon. You know what? What do we got here? Nope.
The people who usually watch us live, but live isn't working right now.
Yeah.
But you're still awesome.
Let me do it like this. There we go. There it is. Those are our patrons right there.
Thanks, dudes.
Thank you so very much. Cam JH was watching us live when we tried to do live, but it kept crashing. But thanks for being there. Fantasy Flight Games has laid off all of their RPG writers for Star Wars, Legend of the Five Rings, everybody except for Genesis. So we want to say we hope the writers there find better jobs, better places to go write for, because we love this game, we love L5R, and we're very sad to see the RPG go. There's one more book and adventure coming out. We are still going to be doing this here, though. We're still going to be playing L5R. And hey, we're going to be writing L5R things for our Patreon. So if you go to our
Corey
Patreon...
will.
I will. If any of these dudes do, I'll put them up there, too. And you can go there, download them for free, and we'll be continuing to do that. If you want to donate to our Patreon, that's also very much appreciated, and we thank you for doing that. We also got some D&D stuff there.
Yes.
Wow, I went through
time.
all of that really fast, and I feel really great doing that. We can now head on to the adventure itself.
I wanted to try to interrupt you as least as possible.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I was on a roll.
Yeah.
And plus, I also wanted to mention, which I mentioned in live stream, but since it's not recorded, I also caught up on the history of the Dragon Clan during our break, and I am so sorry for my previous ineptitude in the previous installments. I'm a little more knowledgeable now in L5R
All those comments
lore.
calling out Matt in the comments.
Yeah,
were
all of those
basically me.
people going, brr,
Being
if
like,
only-
oh,
this game
you're
would
so
be great.
terrible.
This game would be great if it weren't for Matt.
Yeah.
You're
If
fine,
only
Matt.
he knew more about his own clan.
Hey, everybody, in the comments, give Matt love. He needs self-esteem today. We love you, Matt.
Don't worry, guys. I'm feeling
Especially
better.
since he started learning the lore. Because
Yeah. Read the books. There's some great L5R.
Read the
Lord,
books,
Lord.
you mooks.
yeah, there's so much good information out there. The L5R is a really rich. To be honest, we're all fans. It has a very rich story to it, a lot of lore, a lot of details that you can go through. You can comb through it. There's so much stuff there. a lot of creative space to play in. So
Delicious.
Oh,
content.
I originally did not want to play any tabletop role playing games, and Corey's like, "No, you gotta play, you gotta play." It's like, ah, fine. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, okay, this might be interesting. Okay, I'm hooked on crack. Thanks, Corey.
You're welcome.
yeah, I'm hooked on it.
Yeah.
Hey,
He
look,
knew you would like it.
it's
Yeah,
a relatively cheap hobby, okay?
It is, yeah.
As
Very
long as you're
inexpensive.
not one
But
of
it's
those people who's addicted to
time-consuming.
dice.
Yeah.
And I'm a time waster.
Dice addicts are also a thing. It is
It's not a
very
time
real.
waster. We're socializing. We're being friends together.
No. It's time consuming, but remember, I am a time waster.
You are a time waster. Anyways,
Yeah. But so we're all inside of Kyuden-doji. So for those who don't know, Kyuden-doji is the seat of the founder of the Crane clan. And when I say founder, I mean like the actual god who came from heaven. Her name was Doji, and she created what is the Crane clan. So this is the palace to honor her and the outlighting area. It is extremely opulent and extremely fancy, and
It's
will probably be
Crane.
some of the most beautiful lands that you will ever see in your life. You will eat some of the best food you will ever eat in your life. It is unbelievably fancy. And if you do anything wrong, there will be a bunch of people who just stare at you, not saying a word, not calling you out for it, until a big giant, Kikita comes out, and then they start talking shit about you.
so
Get ready for it.
y'all have big entourages that you are a part of, and you come to this court, and y'all parade with all of these courtiers and samurai from each of your clans as you come to the palace. And the opening court ceremonies were beautiful, and you notice each other that you're all here. Obviously, you've been talking to each other through letters and correspondence during the year that you've been apart. But
The few months we've been apart.
yes, I'm sorry, the few months you've been apart.
Like 3 to 4-ish.
So,
But when I see them physically, I will tackle hug each and every one of them.
that is
Oddly
very
enough-
inappropriate.
Oddly enough, I feel
He's
like
gonna glomp us.
Kage
Buddies!
would be very, very, very consistently sending out letters to you guys about all kinds of shit.
So Tatsuo has to follow this protocol too. When you do your entourages come to court and the opening court ceremonies, you have to sit. You have to, because the emperor is going to address you all. It's not a place where you can just walk up to each other and reconnect. That happens like after these
We're not
opening
at the party
ceremonies.
yet.
You do notice each other. So these opening ceremonies happen, but y'all
I'll give him a
notice
slight
something-
nod.
Y'all notice something very interesting. Usually all of the minor clans have their own little area, but the Mantis are apart from them.
Yeah, they all of a sudden have a guest house of their own.
Interesting.
Right.
How?
They have their own guest house. That is very odd.
I wonder if our buddy is there too. From the
Um,
first adventure.
you guys notice that there are several tiers of people. Y'all are in like the mid-tier. So there's a lower court where kind of the up-and-comers, the people who aren't
Well seasoned.
well seasoned or anything, it's basically the lower court. And then the people above you are like the clan champions and the elemental masters and like the really movers and shakers, and they're right there at the front by the emperor. And y'all are kind of in the middle. So you're kind of in this mid-court kind of area.
We're middle class. For samurai.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're teenagers and we somehow worked up to middle class.
We're at the top. We're at the top end of the kid pool of this sport. Put it
The
that way.
cool kids class.
Like, take
Hey, they
into
went to the
consideration that
Shadowlands.
in degrees of responsibility. The people at the very front of the line are like dealing with like international foreign relations. You know what I mean? Down here, we're like bureaucrats who are dealing with your ag income for your clan, and like we're doing the professional jobs. The people below us are like, we've never been to court before, and we got this appointment, and what the fuck do I do? How am I supposed to sit again? So we're nicely in the center there.
There are some events that are announced by different people from different clans at this initial court proceeding. There is the Cliffside Archery demonstration happening 2 days from now. Also, the Snow Lantern celebration happening 2 days from now. There is the poetry competition happening 5 days from now. And next week, there will be a production of The Tale of the Fisherman's Daughter, which is is a play. Usually it's a no play. No is a very formal type of play. And this one is about the first emperor's wife and how they met. But this is going to be not a no play. They are recontextualizing this play to be a kabuki play.
Oh wow. Who
And
I was gonna say who wrote the play? Do we know? Did I find out who wrote the play?
Well, you can go around and do some asking later on, if you like.
Oh, I didn't know. I meant like thinking back. Who historically would have originally wrote
I don't
the
know.
play?
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Who,
Okay.
who wrote this play, but this is a recontextualizing of the play. The play is a one-time. It is a Kogaki version, which means this is the only time this play in this form will be
The
shown.
one and only show!
So there's a lot of wiggle room here for adjustments to this play.
Okay, after the archery demonstration, what was the next thing you mentioned?
Snow
The
Lantern.
Snow Lantern celebration.
Ah.
What is the difference between kabuki and no? I'm curious.
So, you know those guys who wear the face paint and the big wigs and they go, whoa, da, and it's ting, 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 you know, that kind of stuff? That's kabuki, and they're very big with their acting, and they're, you know, that's kabuki. No is the exact opposite. It's very precise, it's very quiet, it's very ritualized.
Interesting.
Aren't they mostly acted with masks?
No is mostly acted with masks, yes. There's also a Go competition.
No, kabuki is acted with masks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Kabuki is acted with masks.
Kabuki
No
is face paint.
Thought it was the opposite. No is face paint. Kabuki is mask.
Nope,
no
no is
kabuki
masks.
No is definitely masks.
100%.
There's also a Go competition. I'm trying to find that. Where is the... Here we go.
Ha!
Here we go!
There's a Sumai competition.
What's that?
Wrestling.
Oh, okay.
A Sumai competition to be held before the Emperor. That is happening in the next week. And there's a Go competition. I'm trying to find out where it is. It's on one of the sidebars.
I just saw a not so subtle warning.
The second week, again, there's going to be a Go tournament.
I am not going to participate in that.
And that is it. That is all the events that are going on.
Archery, Snow Lantern, play, sumai, and go.
Of course, there will be more events that will be announced as time progresses.
Okay.
So that's
It's
not
the
all of
Comic-Con.
them, but that is all that are being announced at this first court. At this first formalized court. The Emperor might or may not be in attendance on some of these. He will definitely be in attendance at the Kabuki play.
Well,
The Emperor's name is Hantai, by the way. Not to be confused with hentai.
Shh.
what's his?
It's a secret, you
what's
degenerate.
his number?
Excuse me?
On
What's
the
his
Emperor
number? Is he the
Degenerate.
39th? The 38th?
I forget.
Yeah,
Y'all, you can look him up.
I think it's the 38th or the.
One
Oh, yeah.
interesting thing is that the Prince is here as well.
The Crown Prince or the
The Crown Prince, yes.
Crown Prince? Because
The
there's
most-
there's two kids.
The Crown Prince, and he is the most eligible bachelor in Rokugan right now.
Okay.
I know where I'm heading. No, I'm just-
Oh, okay. So
I mean, I
apparently-
was halfway thinking, like, maybe I should see if I can get in good with him, since I've got this thing where the Imperials all hate me.
I was about to
That's a
say, I'm
great
friends
point.
with.
The
Oh, I
Emperor,
forgot about that too. God dang it.
What?
it's
forgot
Emperor
about what?
Hantai-
Imperials hate her.
Yeah, Imperials hate her.
Hold on, Imperials hate who?
Me?
Oh,
Crystal, Nozomi. And we're here at the Emperor's court with a shit ton of Imperial people
So,
and Crane.
This
But-
is gonna be fun.
how'd they start hating you? I don't remember the reason.
That was a background thing. I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was a thing
okay.
I rolled.
it's because
Ooh.
her family, way in the past, stole a secret technique of the Imperials. So,
Oh.
it's Hantai the 38th,
38.
Eh.
So
and his son is Hantai
Daisetsu?
Daisetsu. And man, is he a sexy beast.
he is.
Oh,
yeah.
well, show
And
us.
he's-
I
And
can't.
he's
I don't
the
have
cool-
it put in here, okay?
He's,
Look it
he's
up
the
on your own
No!
time.
Yeah, he's
Go look
the
it
cool
up.
one too. He's like the hip one.
Here, I'll give you. I'll put a link in here.
Just put a boy band member in there, like someone from K-pop.
Yeah.
He does. He looks like that. There. Everybody can click that link, and if you're at home watching this, you can just type that in, and y'all
Yeah.
can see him.
Wow, he's
cool
really
and like kind of
pretty.
emotional, and he's kind of mysterious. You can't tell where he's
Why?
looking really.
Okay.
His
I'm get-
his other brother, his older brother, is a dickbag though. So he's obviously the more eligible bachelor.
Okay.
With that, court ends, and you guys are free to kind of mill about and go see whoever you want. Y'all can now reconnect.
He is a lovely androgynous person.
It was like, oh
let's
goodness,
head
another
to,
Sasuke Uchiha.
Sake house. Yeah.
Well, if there is one.
There
a tea
probably
house.
is. If not, their
floating
tea,
tea
house.
house
is great too.
It's like, I didn't see the sake house, but okay.
There is.
Oh, look, the floating tea house right close to the
The Lion
Lion
Clan.
Clan house.
Or
Yeah, I can suggest
You
the
can-
tea house.
you can host everybody at one of your guest houses, and I'm sure the crab have tons of sake, and the lion have tons of sake.
Yeah.
Well, mine would be
Ooh.
probably boring because we would only serve tea. probably.
Greenhouse? Is that literally a place with a bunch of plants?
That is literally a place with a bunch of plants.
I guess we can meet at the crab embassy. Go on.
Sure. Everybody goes.
I would be willing to host.
Okay.
All right, nearby, sure.
After a good Tigger tackle to everyone, The wonderful
My look,
things of
my
letters.
character's looks have slightly changed. I now have a goatee.
Ah.
You have a goatee.
Oh my.
My character has like a full-on beard, like a well-kept big.
I run through the
beard
wall.
now.
And
Run through
Nozomi
this
now
side of the
has
wall.
a handlebar mustache.
Is it twirled?
Hold on, who has a handlebar mustache?
I said I did.
Oh, I was like, well, okay.
Just kidding.
It's like you rip it off.
I look
and my
pretty
character-
much the same as always.
My character, for the first time in a long time, looks super fancy. I don't think he's ever dressed up really in the entire time y'all have known him.
Oh. Kage-san. This is a very nice kimono.
I was told by Agasha Sumiko that I needed to dress appropriately when I came to court.
I see. You got new silks. I got armor polish.
I'd say you probably got the better end of the deal.
I'm just happy that I have new clothes again.
Ah,
We need to figure out how
back
to
to
get
wearing
you
clothes then, Tagashi-san.
Yes, we need to get you some indestructible ones somehow.
Still have yet to figure that out, but I'm pretty sure they're out there somewhere, just for me.
Not as if you wear a lot to begin with.
It still tends to get chilly from time to time.
Especially this far north. Well, me saying that to Tagashi.
So, what type of sake or drinks are you providing for them, Crystal? You have your choice of regular sake. There's stuff that needs to be served warm, and then there's the better stuff that you can serve cold. There's some shoju. And you have something called Oni's Piss, which you really don't... It's a type of shochu that you really don't give to other clans. It's usually there to get drunk really quickly. Or
Intimidate somebody.
Or intimidate somebody with how you can drink.
or apply as armor polish.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, or give it to somebody as a joke. Like,
Also, yes.
here,
All of the above.
Togashi-san, try this.
It's like, no, I insist. It's like I insist. It's like just
So, the
I
first
need
kind of
tea.
sake is made by your family, the Hida family. It's your kind of sake. You drink it warm. The second kind is the Yusuke's family sake. And it is a more refined sake. It's not flavored or anything. It's just very well made. The Yusuke family are a family of merchants and artisans, and they take pride in this kind of stuff. The shochu and Oni's Piss are made by the Kuni family, who basically just make it because that's what they want. That's what
It's strong as fuck.
It's-
It'll work.
they use it. They use this kind of stuff also in their scientific endeavors. Like
Kind of like I worked at a lab where they used Everclear instead of, like, actual
Alcohol.
pure ethanol.
there you go. Exactly.
well.
So
You learn something every day.
you're gonna have to make a decision on what to serve.
I think the most appropriate would be that kind of mid-range,
The Hida family sake.
not Hida family,
The premium stuff?
That's
Yeah.
the premium
the
stuff.
next person you said,
The Yusuke.
Yusuke?
Yusuke, where yes, you can serve it cold and it's just a little better.
It's not just a little better; it's a lot better. They are artisans that kind of refine this and do well by it.
Yeah,
So-
they're merchants, so they're drinking all the time. They're pretty much always drunk.
Yeah, it's
Just
good.
like-
It's not just to get drunk. It's like, you can enjoy this, but it's
yeah.
not super expensive.
We do all have jobs to do after this, so this is like a good afternoon drink.
Any
Loosen the
option for
nerves.
me for tea? If you don't mind me asking.
Of course there's tea.
Oh,
we
but-
can get you any kind of tea you want.
The Crab Clan
Alright.
tea is some of the best tea in the Empire.
Oh, okay. I will definitely take that option then. Thank you.
I will definitely take the sake. I
Likewise.
can use it. I look shattered. Like, ugh. You believe it? To go from the Shadowlands and all of that, just end up back in the train.
So y'all are being served at a table in a room filled with like crab armor that is ceremonial placed in the area. There's like an oni head on the wall. This place is neat looking. There is
Neat and just a little bit intimidating.
the shoji screen has has the wall basically painted going off into the distance. While there are peasants farming on the land on that one side on the side of the wall that you can see.
In the winter?
It's
It's a painting.
screen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's fancy artwork.
Quite.
The embassy seems quite nice.
There is a sachu. What's it called? There's a musical instrument.
Shakuhachi.
Yeah, sitting on a.
I know how to play the shakuhachi.
I was gonna say Kage's probably the only one here can really play it.
Yeah.
Which
If-
also
if-
reminds me, do you still have the instrument that I got you in the
Oh
first?
yeah, of course I do.
Sweet.
I have the shakuhachi that you got me.
Sweet.
Oh, sorry, no, you got me the shamisen.
Ah, okay.
I originally
the
played the
shamisen.
shakuhachi.
The
Yeah.
shakuhachi is
flute.
a flute.
Yes, it's a flute.
Yeah. Flute.
And
I'll do some jazz fluting. The crab.
What's interesting is there is a bunch of theater masks also hanging up on the walls.
What's that about? Zomi.
I'm not really all that up on theater. I mean, I enjoy it, but I don't know that much about it.
Seems strange that they would hang theater masks.
My assumption is that they have to enjoy their time somehow, whenever they're taking a break.
Done.
I wonder if there's important players when it comes to that kabuki play.
I'll
That's
pull up
some,
my shakuhachi and start playing.
All right, you
I'll-
regale them with the tune as you are drinking.
And all I'm thinking is of that clip of this one guy stuck in traffic, and he's just like jamming on his flute. It's like just rocking. It's like, well then, okay.
I was thinking Ron Burgundy when he was playing the jazz flute, walking through the jazz bar. Over
I
everything.
was thinking about Jethro Tull.
Also, yes.
I'm just thinking about anime memes with flutes.
It's like, is that
Cannot think of
smooth
any.
jazz troll? I can't feel my face.
Well,
So,
I
what
ask.
did you?
So, I know we've gotten a few letters from Kage, but what's everyone been up to in the last few months?
You know, the usual. Getting over trauma.
Trying to figure out
Oh.
my center and where I feel my place in the world should go to next.
Well, I was given a new job as a Crab Clan magistrate, so I've been doing my on-the-job training there.
Well, congratulations.
Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kampai.
Kampai.
I did not have much free time while we were gone. I was assigned as an advisor to a command regiment in the Imperial Legion.
Oh.
Very nice.
I've fully taken on my duties as an Emerald Magistrate now, and between the two positions that I am expected to fill, I don't have much time for self-improvement. What little time I did have, I used to write tales about our adventures together. Seemed rather appropriate, and I did owe that Scorpion for getting us our supplies.
Very nice. I would love to read them someday.
Well, I'm sure someday we'll get the chance. Maybe I can make a name for myself and help run this play.
Hey, there's
Perhaps.
definitely. Yeah.
It's being known as the Foma who walked into the Shadowlands. People don't look at you the same way after that.
Yeah.
What is
I
that
think
supposed to be a
myself-
bad thing?
I grab the cup of sake and I drink some of it and I sit it down and go, you know, I used to go places and just laugh with people, enjoy my time. Nowadays everybody thinks I'm so severe and runs away from me if I start staring at them too long.
A lot has changed. Time in the Shadowlands has changed a lot of us. I'm sure.
No, I don't look at Scorpion the same way anymore. By the way, did anybody else see it's strange that the Mantis are here?
Oh, you mean that... Yes, they have their own section. Instead of being with the
why-
other minor clans.
The Crane seemed very agitated by the idea of having any relation with the Mantis clan at all. During our Gambuku ceremonies, they were quite intent to hide the fact that Toshimuko may have fathered an illegitimate child.
Well,
I would find it very strange that they would openly allow them.
I
I
think
am
they may have
impressed,
had their
but-
heads so far up their asses that they may have avoided seeing that it was a possibility.
That is also true.
Perhaps they decide to make amends.
Either way, I'm glad that the Mantis are here. It should make for some interesting conversation, to say the least.
I'd love to see our friend again. I don't think I've seen him during the ceremony, unless my eyes somehow missed him.
Perhaps he is still in the embassy. Who knows?
I did not notice Hitoshi myself.
It would be good to see him again.
Yes.
A servant darkens the doorway of your little party and
I'll look
waits to be addressed.
Hello there.
Hello, Samurai-san.
So,
The
what
servant
brings you here?
produces 4 scrolls and presents one to each of you.
Huh? Okay.
The scrolls are sealed with a personal chop.
I guess duty calls.
Uh-oh.
Kikita Ryoku.
Ryoku.
Kikita Ryoku is...
I know who that is.
Yes. She is a courtier, but she's also a writer, and she wrote a book called Winter, which records her many romantic affairs and conquests, including the Emperor himself. That is what she's best known for.
For having an affair with the Emperor.
Well...
So
if you-
she's this
And that's
world's
out in
Monica
the open?
Lewinsky.
She wrote the book.
No!
So if you believe the book,
She's more like
then-
this world's Marilyn Monroe, not Monica Lewinsky. Think of it like that.
and she had the audacity to write about it.
Yeah.
Or like,
Happy birthday, Mr. Emperor.
put it this way: to have survived doing that, to have survived claiming that she had an affair with the Emperor in a book that is now widely known as a huge smash hit that educates young courtiers
A
on how to
smash
develop.
hit?
It's a smash hit.
Yeah, exactly. Right choice of phrasing. It says a lot that she's even alive. You know what I mean? She could have pissed off a lot of people with her writing, but the fact that she did it and didn't suffer the consequences of doing it.
Her face is imprinted in every bedroom and every castle.
Well, I'm just saying she's a
Yeah,
powerful
roll that
person.
scroll. Just
She's a very powerful. I don't look very pleased about seeing that chop. I look at it and I just stare at it like.
I'm definitely interested. Maybe a little bit impressed.
She knows about all of us.
Huh.
And she knows where we'd be meeting. Does not seem a bit strange?
I mean, she doesn't necessarily know where we are, but somebody managed to find us through a series of questions at least.
I mean, I'm not all surprised since
I put my finger into like the edge of the scroll and break the seal and.
All right. It is indeed a letter. The letter is the same for each one of you, and this is the text. And you can read that aloud if you want. And...
Fallen leaves blanket the ground. The sea breeze brings chill of winter, and the night grows long. Fight the cold season, as is the chance to forge a new friendship. Paragraphs.
Yeah, she says.
Okay, you.
I wish
want me
to
to
serve you a simple bowl of tea in an intimate gathering in the tradition of Lady Doji. I am greatly looking forward to receiving you at the floating tea house on the 15th day of the month of Togashi at the hour of the horse. Please refer to the enclosed map to locate this humble tea house. My apprentice Doji Chioe will receive you in the gardens.
Okay, I'm gonna make a composure. I'm gonna take a strife.
Sure.
By the end of that letter, I'm gonna take a strife, and
That makes sense.
y'all would recognize like a look of slight concern that's very well disguised, but you just have been around me long enough to be like,
Actually,
something up
because
there.
this is your disadvantage, gain 3 strife and avoid.
okay, that's fair.
I don't know why this is a problem.
Like you see my eye twitch as I
But
get to the
yeah.
bottom of the letter, the end of the letter.
I get that we can, like, see that something's wrong.
I look up and go, oh, actually, Corey, how much time between now and then?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow
So
at
it's
noon.
At
Tomorrow at
noon?
noon?
Yeah, tomorrow midday.
Tomorrow,
midday.
Yeah, like I was about to say, like I didn't even know they went down to even the hour because I know there's a year, the month, the week.
It literally says the hour of the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like, whoa. Okay.
I think in the Chinese zodiac books I've seen, it's been like a 2-hour period that they call the hour of such and such.
Yep.
Makes sense.
I look up and I'll say, who wants to meet you all too? Who wants
yes.
to meet you all too?
From the look of my scroll, it says the
This
same
is the
as
same.
yours.
I look over at your scrolls, just like verify. Yeah.
The wording of the letter indicates that this is one of the most formal types of tea gathering that can be arranged, which typically is reserved for members of the Kuge, which is
Who
the elite
are?
class of samurai.
They are the royalty. Like in olden time, in like Japanese history, it would be like samurai are of a higher class, right? Well, among samurai, there's a higher class, a higher order. There's the Buge, which is like the average samurai, your run-of-the-mill samurai. And then there's your Kuge, which is the upper class. They're the ones who are like the nobility of the family. They're not imperial royalty. They are like regional royalty. And so when he said that the letter is very formal, it suggests that these are letters usually held for members of the royal classes of the family.
I'm going to say that each of your letters are not exactly the same. They are a little personalized for each of you, but this is the main gist of the entire thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They're
Okay.
basically the same.
I wonder whose attention we caught.
I'm just
that would-
literally looking to see if I see one word on the same as on all three or all four, which is
But
the
they're-
name. The name of the girl. Is that the same on all four?
The name of the who? The girl?
Yeah, my
the
apprentice.
apprentice.
Doji Chioe.
Oh yeah, Doji Chioe. Yeah, it's the same. That you'll be all received by Doji Chioe.
So I look kind of freaked out, but still holding my own.
Someone you may know.
Who has levels in tea ceremony? Who has any skill in it?
Tea.
Sentiment?
No, it's-
tea
it's-
ceremony.
Oh.
Tea ceremony isn't a skill.
It's
Oh,
think it's
wait.
culture, I believe.
Yeah, I have culture.
I have culture.
Okay.
I have culture.
If you have an A rank in culture, I can give this to you. This tea ceremony is a grueling 3-hour ritual of manners. But if done correctly, it can also lead to the participants to realize a deep insight about themselves. And also gives you opportunity to learn about the person who's hosting, yourself, the people around you. It's a very intimate affair, but also a highly ritualized one.
So Ori is spelling out the fears of Mayakoma in real time. So as he's talking, as he was explaining that, you see like the dawning realization of Tomakage as he's thinking through what this means, and he's like back to being panicked again.
Like you're being picked apart, kind of.
Not,
And I'm here thinking, like,
That's possibly something that can happen during it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
Well,
was at a tea
have to understand, my character's
ceremony
freaking
once
out.
when I was a kid.
we did a ceremony together to summon up the ghost of.
Yeah,
Yes.
we tried.
Yeah, and you
And
failed.
failed.
The ghost of the old Emerald Magistrate.
Yeah, that
Emerald
didn't
Champion.
work at
Oh,
all.
Emerald Champion.
It's coming back to haunt again.
We messed up that
Tea.
one.
Coming back to
So
not
welcome
haunt
to round
us.
2, but this time there's a bunch of Crane who are gonna judge you the whole time.
Hey, and I'm here too now. Because I wasn't there
That's
beforehand.
true. It's true.
And I'm
Our
like,
first seance did not go well though.
well,
Well,
I
I learned a few
I
things
guess I'll
while
just
I
have to
was back
stay
home.
quiet.
I look at all of you and say, should we?
Attend?
It would be rude not to.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So the intent.
It could be very intense.
well, I
I
did
will
go.
warn you. I have been to these types of events. They occur similarly in Lionland, and I'm sure in your own land. But they can be quite the.
They test you, essentially.
You will be tested by everyone in the room.
Oh Lord.
Everyone's scrutiny will be on each individual participant.
And every
Whispers
motion.
may be made, rumors may be spread.
On the other
Just
hand,
by
we
some-
can't simply not show up.
This is
Indeed.
true. Doing so would be a grave insult, not arising to the humble invitation to such an illustrious event.
Quiet.
Be a grave.
Though it does make me wonder as to why all of us were invited, but
Well, there's only
Well,
one way to
we-
find out.
We have recently gained quite a bit of glory.
Yes,
Ah.
notoriety. Our profiles have grown
well,
quite
if,
large.
if simply surviving the Shadowlands affords us this opportunity, well, all right.
We didn't simply survive the Shadowlands.
Oh,
There's truth to that.
I mean, don't trivialize it when next time you go to my play. Maybe let the play work its own magic.
All right.
Well, I suggest we prepare for whatever we're going to be expected to accomplish this event. It is not until tomorrow, so we have some time to ourselves prepare or do whatever.
Right now it's the evening, so y'all can. This is how court is going to work. Every day, you have an opportunity to do 3 things: once in the morning, one in the afternoon, and one in the evening.
Okay, so we have one thing we can do today.
So it's the evening now. Your one thing you're doing is this gathering.
Yes.
Okay.
So we do 3 things every day, and we have to choose carefully.
Right, and basically you can choose to do a downtime action, which is like doing the rite of cleansing or whatever, those are downtime actions, right? So you can do a downtime action, you can do a scene with another character, you can seek out a character to have an RP with, to do, hey, I want to go see this person and chat them up or whatever. Or you can do a thing that has already been on your schedule, and this would be something on your schedule.
Okay. I have no idea what's on my schedule.
I have to say, well, as much as I hate to admit it, I don't have experience as an adult in such situations. Is there any advice that you can give to me? I expect, Kage, you are probably my best hope here.
If anyone were to take offense to a crab wearing armor to a tea house, it would be a crane.
Yeah, you shouldn't wear armor.
I'm trying to say that more diplomatically.
Yeah.
So,
And then I'll say,
I should go shopping for some fancy clothes like yours.
it may be appropriate, especially at your station. Even if you do not intend to make a statement out of what you're wearing, they will perceive it as a statement. So what you wear, how you hold yourself, what you say, what you choose to discuss, what you choose not to discuss, will all be read as information to be utilized if they need to pry or push forward or pressure you into a situation. You get information. That is, if they want information from you. Some of them will just do it for the entertainment. Will pry and poke and prod just to get a rise out of somebody.
Yes, of course. I am familiar with that.
So always be strategic about what information you engage with, and always carry a fan.
You're also suspicious. Maybe this is just a tea ceremony.
My character
Maybe.
is suspicious about everything. he's known to be a paranoiac. The dude does not trust easily.
Oh yeah, Togashi has a fan now, because you gave him one.
Yeah. I will pull out a new one. I have a new fan now, and I'll pull out my new fan.
Oh,
I did
yeah,
buy
the
one
fan that you gave me, like...
Beautiful golden
Oh.
a long time ago. Yeah, like near the beginning of the game.
Ah.
Well, I suppose tomorrow morning must be spent shopping.
I can probably help you locate what you're looking for.
There's not, like, this castle is apart from everything. There's no city around it or anything. This is the ground. This is the place.
This is everything. There's no market
There's
here
no
or
market here.
anything.
So it's winter time.
Here's the cool thing. I have an ability that lets me get stuff for people
That'll work.
regardless of whether or not there is an accurate ability to get one in the area, because I thought ahead and planned a gift for that person. So I think it's very reasonable that my
You're
character
like,
would be like, you
"Oh,
would never have gone and bought a fancy kimono for this.
I
I'm gonna
bet
bring one with me."
Nozomi doesn't have a kimono.
doesn't have a fancy kimono or courtier's fan.
Well,
So I
hopefully
will buy her one of each. It's one. I know because I spent it already. One koku and one boo, or 5 boo.
So what is
Get
this
you
ability?
a fancy kimono and
What is this ability?
it's called Tributaries of Trade.
It's a.
I have to make a roll, but it's a shuji, a water shuji,
Got
on
it.
page 221. Once per scene as a scheme or support action, you may make a TN1 Commerce Water skill check to establish that you've acquired a chosen item earlier. From a narrative standpoint, you procured the item during your last opportunity or sent an attendant to retrieve it, but are only revealing it now.
Okay, we'll make your commerce roll.
Yep.
Commerce. Trade skill. Oh, that looks pretty good.
I'll keep the explosive.
Hold on. If you succeed, you produce an item with a rarity less than or equal to 1 plus your bonus successes. So you want bonus successes for this.
Okay, yeah, so I'm keeping my explosive success.
Opportunity can reduce the cost.
So I'm keeping all 3 of the dice on the board right now.
All 3 of them
Okay.
with something on them.
So I gotta re-roll 1 ring die. Okay, so
Nice.
1, 2, 3 successes and an opportunity gets me 2 bonus successes and an opportunity to lower the price.
So ceremonial clothes are just outside the rarity. You can't get that. You can get traveling clothes, sleeping garb, or common clothes. So you can't actually get ceremonial clothes with that roll.
Too bad. All I have is traveling clothes.
Well, hopefully they won't expect
I
an
guess
East
that's-
Izumi to dress up for this.
More acceptable than armor.
Yeah, it's fine. You can come in traveling clothes.
But they will judge. They will silently judge.
Can I at least get her a nice fan?
Yeah.
Courtier's fan?
What's the rarity of the fan?
I think less than super fine kimono.
See.
Let's see here. Umbrella, wetsuit, traveling rations.
I honestly didn't see anything about a fan in this list.
Bottle of sake, calligraphy set, personal shop.
Well, I used the special.
I
Wow,
mean,
there is no fan under here. That's very interesting. Okay, we're
it's
gonna
probably not exactly rare.
no.
Yeah, I used. Oh,
I'm
well,
gonna say a fan is gonna be rarity 2, and to make it ceremonial, we'll make it rarity 3, and to make it resplendent, we'll make it rarity 4.
okay. So rarity 4 minus 2 from my bonus successes.
So you can get a ceremonial fan for her.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, it's not minus the bonus successes. You can get something
1 plus, yeah.
right. So basically, the amount of successes you have, that's the rarity that you can get. So you can get a rarity 3 item. So you can get her a ceremonial fan,
Okie doke.
and the fan costs 1 less koku, but it doesn't say how much. Oh, here we go. Hold on, let me check how much a tessin is.
Tessin's like 15 koku.
Yeah, we're gonna make this 5 koku. I think. Let me check to see how much.
I mean, we're not looking for a battle fan.
No, yeah, we'll make it 2 koku. Cause ceremonial clothes. Wait, ceremonial clothes is only 1 koku.
That's what I was saying before.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So let's say 2 boo.
Ubu.
With
Okay.
a fan to take to court, we're literally just looking for, like, something that can cover your mouth while you're
Wow,
talking.
I have no idea how much anything costs in this book.
So
Yeah, it's weird.
ceremonial makes it so that it's recognizable to the person. That's what the trait is. So it'll probably be a fan with your markings on it, like
So-
Ida.
Yeah.
They gave items all of these traits, but it doesn't say how that affects cost, of course, naturally.
Yeah, no, doesn't.
So I just kind of have to eyeball it. I don't know.
That's good. That's fine.
Tubu sounds good. We'll do that.
I'll take it.
All right. So you get a fan from Kage.
Oh. Thank you, Kage-san. This is very thoughtful.
I figured it might be helpful.
I hope so. I do tend to have a loud voice, but I will try to keep it down.
Is there anything
Don't
else?
let him take your spirit away.
Is there anything else that y'all are doing tonight, or shall we move on to the next day?
Next day sounds good to me.
Before the evening's out, I actually want to ask my master for a fan if he has one.
Your master is Asawa
Yes.
Suke. And you come to see him as he's having his evening tea. He's reading he's reading something. He looks up. Noe-san. Come, sit down.
Sawa-sensei. Yes.
Asawa Suke is a very powerful fire shugenja. He's the master of fire, and he has a slick bald head and like a kind of Fu Manchu mustache. I hope you enjoyed the initial court proceedings. You've never been to a court of this size before.
Never, sensei. Actually, I was actually kind of nervous seeing.
Don't let anybody don't show your nervousness to anyone.
Yes, sensei.
Always act as if you're enjoying yourself. Like you're having fun, even if you're not. Be
Okay,
polite.
sensei.
Be polite and courteous, unless you need to show strength.
Yes, sensei. I seem to have find myself without any means to avert gaze to my my intentions when it comes to whispering and or relaying information to trusted individuals.
You do not have a fan.
No, sir.
He
That's it.
gets up, he stretches, and you hear a crack in his back as he moves his head back and forth. He walks over to a drawer, he pulls it open, pulls out a fan, closes the door, walks back over, sits down, and places it on the table in front of him as he picks up his tea and takes a sip. It's a common fan, but it shall serve.
Thank you, sensei. I will take great care of it.
You open it up, and it just has the kanji for fire. Like,
It's appropriate.
Okay.
that's all it has. You know what it looks like. The kanji for fire, basically,
Yeah. Yeah.
it looks like a little teepee with two little like apostrophes on either side.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
So I may consider asking some advice from my mentor Togashi Mitsu to see, what is his take on a Isizumi going to a tea ceremony that he was invited
So,
to.
Togashi Mitsu is, even though it's winter, he's wearing almost nothing. He's wearing a pair of gi pants that don't even go down to his ankles. He's covered in tattoos.
I
bald,
mean, that's
shaved
kind of the point
straight
of
bald.
Dragon.
He's wearing jorts.
He is wearing Air Jordans.
You come out to see
Retros.
him. He's in the middle of the courtyard, standing on the balls of his of one foot, with the other one like up by his knee, as he's balancing on this pole. And you see his eyes closed and fire kind of coming out of his nostrils as he's breathing in the cold winter air.
Other people would breathe out fog. He breathes out fire.
Well, I wouldn't want to interrupt him. It's like I'm just like admiring what he's doing right now. It's like so goddamn cool.
You're just ogling him.
He says,
You
I
got
can
Iroh.
sense you over there, Tatsuo-kun.
Hold on, could you repeat that, Corey? I didn't hear that.
He says, I can sense you over there, Tatsuo-kun. Your
Hello
presence, your aura, you want something.
Just would like to ask a few questions if you could spare the time, Brother Mitsu.
He does a jump and flip and lands on the rocky ground. It's not like, they're like little pebbles, little round pebbles down there.
Okay.
So it's not like jagged rocks down there. It's just little, what are they called?
Yeah.
The little,
Pebbles.
no,
The pawn pebbles.
there's, you can go buy them at
Are
the
we
store.
talking
They're
like
called
this
something.
big or
Yeah,
like this big?
no, little tiny ones like this big.
I could imagine him landing and like none of them like was like
Pebbles.
bouncing at all.
You
It's
can
like
buy them at like Home Depot. Put them down.
Gravel?
Gravel. Thank you. He walks on over.
I give him a short curt bow, thanking him for his time.
Life is full of questions. Hardly any answers. Unfortunately, the answers we do get lead to more questions. But let's see how I can serve you, Tatsuo-kun.
Thank you for your time. I'm I recently received an invitation to a formal tea party. And
I know you did.
Tea party.
Or
Pinky out.
Formal tea party.
They came by. The servant came.
Sorry, this looks different from like
It's something
if
he
I were
would totally
carrying.
say though. Tatsuo would totally be like, mix up tea ceremony and tea party.
It's a tea
They want me
party.
to go to a tea party.
I'm Tati for a royal tea party.
please excuse me while I go ahead and toss myself out a first-story window.
I'm gonna go to a tea party.
I'm going to a tea party.
Shush! Shush! Right, you know what I mean. My brain doesn't function like everyone else's.
dormouse.
Ugh.
No, it's okay. I'm not making fun of you. I'm saying, like, that is legit a Tatsuo thing to say, though.
The dormouse invited me.
Yeah.
It's like mustard.
He goes, yes, I know you were invited to a tea ceremony. A servant came on by with a letter from Kikita Ryoku.
Oh,
She's not into you, is she?
not that I'm aware of.
You're a little young for her, but hey, I mean, this is Winter Court. Personally, I tend to stay away from those types of engagements, you know. I don't want to upset my inner chi with romantic entanglements.
I'm simply just planning to go there with my friends, just as company. I have no idea what to expect.
It's a tea ceremony. You go there, you follow the directions of the tea ceremony, you drink the tea, you talk to people maybe if there's does this tea ceremony have some time to talk? I'm sure it does. There might be a little time. You do that, and then you come home, and you had good tea. It'll be the best tea, some of the best tea you'll have.
Okay, I will definitely consider just enjoying the company and the tea then.
Sure. People will say, yes, there's alternate intentions of the crane or whatever. That
So
may be
so far
true.
I've been informed.
It may be true, but that shouldn't take away from the enjoyment of tea.
Okay.
Great answer. Damn good answer.
Well, All right, I will definitely attend and enjoy the tea that's been offered at the ceremony. Thank you very much, Brother Mitsu.
Oh, I have something for you. Come here.
Oh,
He walks
certainly.
into the building. He goes over to his room. He slides open the shoji door, and picks up a book and hands it to you.
I have
Okay.
something for you. It's a
And what is, well, out of character speaking, what is this book and what is the contents?
It's Winter, the book that Kakita Ryoku wrote. He said,
Oh,
if you want to know something about her, here you go. Read that.
Okay, I will read this in the evening before going to bed then. Give it some time though.
Congratulations, you received porn.
I was gonna say he looks you in the eyes before and he goes, "Don't jerk off to it. Trust me. She'll look in your eyes. She will know. Don't do it. Don't give her the satisfaction."
It's like, and I'm just like blissfully ignorant and going, oh, okay, it's a book. I guess I might need to.
And then he's like, "Oh my god, there's illustration."
Roll that scroll open and open and open. Like,
it's a
there's another 7 feet.
There's a lot more to this tea ceremony than I expected.
That's why they call it the tea party.
It's like the kettle goes where?
So he says, well, you enjoy that book, Tatsuo-kun, and you have a good evening. And he bows. I'm going to go get back to some meditation.
All right, thank you, Brother Mitsu.
He sounds like fun to just hang out with.
I read the expansion book. I'm just like, wow, what a cool character. I like this guy. Kind of what I wanted Tatsuo to be, but I am a bumbling idiot when it comes to role playing.
It makes for a funny character.
It does.
Is anything else
yeah.
happening this evening?
I have some stuff I want to talk to my clan about, but if Crystal wants to do
Just my
something,
usual training before bed.
Okay, nothing strange happening there. Who are you talking to in the Lion?
I want to find out. I'm assuming there's a coma here.
Yes.
Because it's the Crane Land. Or they wouldn't come
There
without
is an
us.
Akoma. There is a named Akoma here. There is an Akoma Rumiko. She is a fellow bard.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Just the person that I probably can get the answer to my question from. I wanted to ask her about Ryoku, and who wrote the play, so that I can find out more about who's going to be doing this play thing. I want to find the storyteller.
You find Ryoku, and she is
Or
she has a
Rumiko?
striking countenance, stout limbs, and a deep voice that can carry even over the din of a room. She wears her brown hair loose in a side ponytail, with layers that curl around her cheeks.
Oh
and
my
ears.
gosh, what is this, the 1980s?
I
love it.
Oh,
is an
yeah.
actor.
I like her already.
She is an actor.
Oh, she's an actor.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay, so actor and Ikoma. So she's perfect. So I'm gonna.
Oh, she's perfect.
Well, she's
Perfect for what?
For what I'm looking for, the kind of information.
Betrothal.
For the information that I'm looking for. I'm looking for stuff about the play. So yeah, so I'll walk up right if I know she's in the embassy, right?
I'm just looking for the information about a play. I'm not interested in her in any other capacity.
She's talking to
Yeah.
a fellow samurai. They're just having a little chit chat, and you can just walk up and interrupt them without any sort of
Okay.
bad vibes.
Yeah,
or anything
I'll
like that.
walk through and say I'll just say actually out in the open. Does anyone here know anything about this Kikita Ryoku?
She turns and, oh, Kage-san! We didn't get to talk a lot on the road here. Please, come on over. You
course.
got an invitation from,
I
Ryoku.
pull out the scroll.
Yeah, a servant came around here with that.
Oh, really?
Look, if you get letters at court, it's not going to be private. I'll just say that.
See. Well,
Whether or not you got them. At
Well,
least.
a lot of times, letters, you'll never know who sent them, but you'll know who received them. But this one was interesting. It had it had Kakita Ryoku's seal on it.
Indeed, it did.
So, no, we didn't open it. We sent it along to the Crab Embassy because we knew you were there.
She's inviting me to an event. Well, myself and a cadre of allies I've worked with quite extensively over the the past years.
The ones that you went to the Shadowlands with.
Indeed. Fair ones.
That's frightening out there. I'm amazed by what you did out there. That's some stuff.
We do what we must for the Empire.
Always. So, she's invited you to some sort of gathering?
Yes, a very formal tea ceremony.
I see.
She wants to hold a formal meeting at the floating tea house.
Well, let me let you in on something. The Crane, for me, are our number one rivals here.
Of course.
Anything we can do to score points against them, count a little coup, would greatly help the Lion Clan. That is what we're doing here.
We are at a disadvantage of hospitality. They immediately gain the advantage of playing host. We must be as gracious, but
well, here's
if I might be frank, I have reason to distrust.
Here's something that's interesting. Because they are playing host, though, even though they get to set the agenda as the host, there are many different clans here that they have to play host to. So that is where our advantage comes in.
Did you notice the Mantis are here?
Oh, that is fortuitous for us, isn't it?
It is very intriguing that they have found themselves all the way into the Imperial Winter Court.
How
fortuitous indeed.
How did the Mantis get their own invitation to the Imperial Court?
I am assuming that the Crane must have at least offered some kind of invitation. You otherwise would be quite an embarrassment.
Yeah, you should ask Ryoko when you see her.
I may inquire. I have a friend who I am hoping might actually be in attendance among the Mantis. Maybe she could point me toward him.
Oh, yes. There was a Mantis at the Topaz Championship, I believe, right?
Indeed. Yes. I became quite close to him.
Well, the Mantis have a small delegation here, and you can probably go by their guest house and reacquaint yourself with them. That Yoritomo, he's pretty handsome, I must admit.
I've heard very little of him other than the tales that are told of his heroics, but perhaps I might want to introduce myself to him tomorrow before court. Seems like a man to know. I appreciate your time. Tell me, do you know anything about the play that is going to be going on?
Oh, yes. It is a kabuki rendition of The Fisherman's Daughter. And I am going to play a role, I believe. I don't know what yet, but I'm definitely going to be involved.
I was
a week to do it.
Slightly interested in being involved myself.
Well, then you need to speak with Doji Shigeru.
Doji Shigeru.
He is going to be the person putting to this play together.
He's the play runner, basically?
Yes, he's already...
Like the director.
Yes. He's already cast the lead to be Lady Shike.
Oh, really? Who's going to be playing her?
No, I'm sorry. Lady Shike is the actress.
Oh, she's the actress.
Yes, we'll be playing the lead, Miyoko.
Who will be playing Mio? Lady She. Do you know anything about this actress?
She's very good at what she does. She is. This is who she is. She's an actress. She's. I'm not sure whether she is samurai cast or not, though.
Interesting. But she is powerful in her performances, then.
Yes, she holds herself like a samurai.
Quite well, then. I may be interested in meeting her. Mission.
So, part of her claim to fame, though, is her mysterious origins, her unknown, where she comes from, who she is.
Interesting. Well, I will certainly have to make time to meet with Shigeru, or Doji Shigeru, so I might see if I could be cast. What interest would a winter court be without a bit of fancy?
Well, this should be a very high-profile play. The Emperor himself is going to be in attendance.
I received information about our agenda while here.
Yes.
Pray tell, are there any other individuals that I might need to know about in order to help me?
What in particular are you asking about?
Any individuals who might also have common interests with the Lion Clan?
With the Lion Clan? Let me see here. I don't know about common interests, but I do know Mia Satoshi seems to be amicable towards us.
Satoshi. Well.
But I would say that you should ingratiate yourself with many people here.
I agree. I will attempt to make my way through the attendees as soon as possible. I wish to thank you for your time and your information.
Think nothing of it.
Well, please, take this as a token of my appreciation, and I'll hand her a box of sweets.
A box of what?
Sweets.
Oh. She's like, oh, please, no, I'm watching my figure. That's very kind of you, though.
Then pass them along to another. It is a simple and easy gift to give out. Show your appreciation.
But I would not want to impose on other people with this kind gift you're giving to me.
Then think nothing of it. Perhaps on a day where you can enjoy it, you find yourself happiness.
Well, maybe if it's a special occasion. Thank you very much, Yakoma-san, or Kage-san. This is, these look very delectable.
Good night to you.
While we're between things, I did not put down the name of the Emperor and the Crown Prince. Can I get those again?
The Emperor's name is Hantai the XXXVII 38th.
XXXVI, the 38th.
VIII.
And the Crown Prince is Daisetsu.
Daisetsu.
Yeah.
Hantai Daisetsu.
Hantai Daisetsu.
Hantai the D-Man. As
Yeah.
I like to
Hantai smooth.
So what is everybody doing in the morning?
Anytime.
Everybody has a scene that they can do. Of course, you can get together with somebody else and do stuff together. That always...
So I just want to say one thing about early morning, like right when I wake up. my character's gonna make a public display of going out in front of the embassy and doing like calisthenics and and like a martial arts.
So you're trying to show off.
Exactly. I'm 100% showing off my physique, my scars, but in a workout way, so it doesn't look all weird that I'm showing.
There are other
what I mean?
samurai out there, because this is the Lion Clan, doing
Exactly.
similar things.
I mean,
but
you guys are
we're
super
screaming.
militant.
Not not Rumiko though, not the bard.
Yeah. Well, she is.
Though
I
that
take it
doesn't mean
much
she won't be
more closely
looking.
involved in the courts than I am.
Who knows? Maybe she might like take a sneak peek and like what she sees.
I mean, my character is kind of a man horse, so maybe her, maybe someone else. Whatever.
So,
Let's
Iwakoma
see.
territory.
Kage is training. Let's do Crystal. What is Hitomi doing?
I think
Or
at,
Hiromi, sorry.
at this point, there's nothing else happening, so I'm gonna see if I can find my best buddy in the whole wide world, Shusui.
Shisui.
Oh god.
So you go to
That
the castle
hag.
and you ask around for her, and you hear that during the court, she has been giving Yojimbo duties to Doji Chioe.
Okay.
So Yojimbo is a bodyguard, and
I don't think she knows who Chioe is.
no, the letter referenced Chioe. Doji
Let's
Chioe would
see.
receive you at the tea house before.
Yes, okay.
But you were able to go see Shisui beforehand. She still has her braids, half white, half black,
Of course.
wearing her Topaz Champion sword. And she is, where would she be hanging out? In the morning, I think she's in the inner courtyard, enjoying her time.
There we go, inner courtyard. That's pretty. It's a nice area with a lot of connected ponds and some little bridges.
Hold on, I'm trying to see where the heck that is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
At the castle.
So we'll put your little icon up there. So you are in the inner courtyard. And she's just enjoying the ambiance as you walk forward. And she says, she instantly stands up and walks over and bows.
Good morning, Shusui-san. I hope you're doing well.
Please don't be so formal with me. She says,
Very well, Shusui-chan.
I'm glad you're here at Winter Court. I was wondering if I'd ever see you again.
I had quite a number of adventures within the last year.
I
But-
heard that dreadful thing at Haruma Castle.
Oh, it was quite a trial. But thanks to my companions, we all made it out safely.
I'm sure they made it out safely because of you, Crab-san. Don't, or Harumi-chan, you are too modest.
Unfortunately, we did not manage to recover everyone who came with us. But it is good to see you again.
Well, I hear that you're going to be doing a tea ceremony a little later with Kikita Ryoku.
Yes, I received a formal invitation last night. Will you be there as well?
Well, I have been assigned to be Yojimbo to Doji Chioe. Doji Chioe, if you don't know about her, she is where is her stuff? She's a highly placed member of the Doji family. Isn't she? She's like the cousin. Tarek, I can't hear you at all. Your mic is off or something.
Yeah, you're
She's
on mute.
Hotaru's cousin.
Hotaru's cousin.
Yeah, she's Hotaru's cousin. She is second in line to becoming the champion of the Crane clan, except for Kwanin. It's Hotaru, then Kwanin, and then her.
Yes.
She's a very, very high-ranking person. And I think she's like a... Go ahead.
I have been basically charged with keeping Chioe out of trouble. But she's a very she's very nice.
Well,
And very easy to talk to. You'll meet her a little later. She's probably preparing herself for the ceremony.
I'm glad to hear that your duty should be pleasant.
Well, it's going to take up a lot of my time.
Of course.
I'm not sure if I'll have all the free time I really want here at this winter court, but it is a very prestigious duty for myself.
Yes, of course.
So you guys will sit and chit-chat for a while and catch up and, have tea or whatnot, and it'll be a nice fun time, and we'll move on unless there's something specific.
Yay. No, there's nothing
Any
specific.
more information you're trying to glean from the conversation?
Well, I would like, if I can, to try to glean who might be amenable to helping out the crab with our current problems.
Okay. From the Crane clan? What's the current problem you're looking for?
Well, we have that, the problem with flooding. So maybe she could point me toward who could possibly help.
So...
Let's see. Either, their Shugenja, who might be able to help the Crab Clan, or to teach the Crab Shugenja.
You're looking for the Asahina to help redirect the river's flooding.
Yes.
That is what you're looking for.
Like, who specifically might I go to?
Shisui will say that there is a Asahina archery demonstration that you can participate in tomorrow.
Okay.
And there you can talk to some Asahina about your problem.
All right. And I will express my gratitude.
So, Inoue, what are you doing for this morning? As long as there's nothing
I'm gonna go get naked in the bathhouse.
Alright, you spend your time in the bathhouse.
Splish splash, I was taking a bath.
Let's see who comes into the bathhouse. You know what? You see a familiar face in the bathhouse. A large, he looks kind of Rokugani, but he also looks foreign. You recognize this guy as the man who once gave you a furry hat on the docks. It's Moto Chagatai. And he walks into the bath. After cleaning himself off, he walks into the waters to rest. And he just kind of leans back and kind of closes his eyes. This is Moto Chagatai.
So I mosey on over in his direction. Chagatai-kun, is that you?
He opens one eye, he looks at you, and he's like, "Do I know you?"
You don't remember Shiba-san? You don't remember the hat?
Oh,
I put it on.
Wait. Yeah. I was on a ship. We were doing some sailing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Please, I apologize. I
so
go
many people.
so many places and meet so many people.
No, I understand completely.
You're
Yeah.
you're that little bookworm
Yes.
that wants to go adventuring.
Oh, yeah.
How did that turn out for you? Have any adventures?
More than what I bargained for.
Or that's how it always works. That's the best kind. Where'd you go? What'd you do?
I went to the Shadowlands.
No, really.
No. Here's the scar to prove it.
That's a good one. I like that. Look, I got this one in the Caliphate. That's
Really?
beyond the burning sands. I was
Wow.
fighting some ghouls. They're like undead demons or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But man, do they kill hard.
If it's anything like an Oni. Ooh.
Did you fight Noni? Of course you did. You went to the Shadowlands, right? Man, I gotta put Noni
That was a tough fight.
Kind of jealous.
I wish you would have joined us. It would have been fantastic.
Oh, it would have been a great adventure.
Oh, yes.
So
Well, I'm glad to see you. It's been a long time.
what were you doing out in the Shadowlands?
We were hunting down a Mahosukai.
Right.
I actually got
Isn't it always
the
the
honor
case?
of becoming
Isn't that always the case? Some evil spellcaster is just doing terrible things and you gotta go out and kill them? You gotta kill the spellcasters?
Yeah, trust me. Coming from both sides of that, I understand completely.
Wait. You're a Shugenja, aren't you? Well, I hope you behave, because if you don't, I'm gonna have to come out there and give you a good killing. But don't worry, it'll be an honorable one.
Oh, that's ask for. Oh man, it's been too long. I miss the seas sometimes.
I remember you lost that eye the last time. You didn't even have that. So for a stuffy shirt, a stuffy little bookkeeper, you're a scrapper.
Well, I
Try.
I like to stand up for myself from time to time, though.
Sure.
I pay for it, but you know what? It's like badges of honor.
Tell you what, if you're really looking for a challenge next week, I'm going to be in the Sumai competition. Why don't you come on down? You can either watch or hey, you can join in. Let's see what you got.
I'll think about it.
Right.
I definitely will.
Right. Well, if I don't see you there, I'll be very disappointed.
Oh, trust me. I'm sure you'll see me there.
All right. So everybody
Just invited you to a wrestle party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can
versus-
bet that I'm gonna participate. You'll have 2 people to watch.
I might participate too. That's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
You probably should.
So everybody meets up at the...
And I also checked out the Thousand Blossom Path this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's going on a nice, beautiful walk. In the real world, that's where I would head first.
Is this like, was that like our first beginning of the day slot?
Yes, that's the beginning of the
Our
day
first
slot. That's what I'm
morning
asking
slot.
you. And I gotta do Tatsuo last. Tatsuo, what are you doing in the morning?
Okay. Well, I would like to check out the Thousand Blossom Path, but also maybe see if I can find Miramoto Hinata and,
You can do
see if I could strike up
one
a
thing.
conversation
One
with her.
thing.
One thing.
You want to find her, or do you want to
You
take
can
a walk?
invite her to the Thousand Blossom Path.
Yeah, let's do that. Catch
Alright.
up a little bit.
You invite Miramoto Hinata to the Thousand Blossom Path. Unfortunately, here's the bad part about this adventure. It doesn't have descriptions of any of these places.
I
But we
have
do have
pictures in my
pictures of other
mind of the Thousand
locations.
Blossom Path.
But it's winter time.
Ah.
So they're probably I don't think the snow has fallen yet.
But they're probably
yeah,
barren.
I was wondering whether or not snow falls here.
So you probably have some... Oh yeah, there'll be snow. It is chilly. It feels like it could snow any day.
Okay.
But I'm sure there's like some late fall blossoms. I'm sure that's a thing.
Oh yeah,
Or
it's
at the
and it's a
very
manicured
least,
garden.
There
so
are
it's-
beautiful trees that look lovely just before the snow, like
Exactly.
with red and purple and gold leaves.
So, you're there with Miramoto Hinata, and she says, Togashi-san.
Miramoto-san. It's a pleasure to see you again. It's been too long.
It's been a while. Ever
So,
since the Topaz Championship, you've been going around the Empire, having all sorts of adventures. It's a shame you weren't able to become an Emerald Magistrate, but I guess it's not work for a monk.
Nah. Like, I'm happy that I had the opportunity, but in hindsight, yeah, I believe it'd be better if I remained untethered to that sort of responsibility. But how have you been since the Topaz Championship? Are you doing all right?
I have been devoting myself to the art of investigation.
Oh.
And have become quite adept at the Kitsuki method.
Oh.
Yes.
That's wonderful to hear. Again, I'm and out of character. I'm trying to remember what were the other things I wanted to talk about. I had notes, and it's just like they just fell.
Mind you, I'm not part of the school proper, but
Huh?
I find everything about the Kitsuki school very interesting.
So, what prompted that interest?
Our events at the Topaz Championship, actually.
Oh.
The fact
see.
that there was a plot going on there that happened under all of our noses, and I wasn't at all aware of it until the last moment. And the death of Kitsuki-sensei was... I wasn't able to stop that because I didn't know about it. So I decided to do something about it myself. And to make sure it never happened again, I devoted myself a bit to learning about the Kitsuki method of investigation.
Well, I definitely find that highly commendable. And I also do want to offer a formal apology for what happened back then. I couldn't really quite find the words myself to say anything of
Think nothing of it, Tagashi-san. It was a very trying time for all of us. And I could hardly keep my composure. I should apologize as well.
Think nothing of it. Like, I understand after losing someone close and dear to you that, you know...
So, what was the invitation you got last night?
Oh, it was to a tea ceremony, which I personally found surprising. I never expected such an invitation to be passed on to me.
Well, it came from Kikita Ryoku. Everybody's pretty much talking about it. And I was very curious. I guess all of your adventures have caught the eye of a famed writer. Perhaps.
To be honest, I was ignorant of her books until I was provided a book of her work.
You didn't read it, did you?
I'd rather not remember.
Well, I'm sure Ryoku is going to search you for a new story to write.
Oh. Well, as long as I'm not involved, I would be supportive of her actions.
Of course you'll be involved. Why else do you think she invited you?
Well, I will just sit silently, listen, and drink tea to the best of my ability.
Good luck, Tagashi-san. Is there anything else you want us to talk to her about? Any specific... otherwise, you can chit-chat with her politely and...
I was thinking of maybe at least inviting her to the Snow Lantern celebration, and just see if we could check it out.
That's going to be a roll.
Huh?
That's going to be a roll if you want to invite her to a celebration.
Hey, you want to come with me?
As your guest. So you're going to have to make a... What kind of roll here? What's the skill?
Courtesy, culture, sentiment.
We're making a courtesy roll.
Okay.
Courtesy or culture might be.
What is your... I'm going to let you choose your...
I would say my best one would be courtesy.
I mean, not the skill, but
your
the approach.
Yeah, your approach. Which
my approach?
ring are you using?
Smooth.
Let's go with water. Charm.
So you're
Charm
charming
her.
You're trying to charm her into being your date at the Lantern Festival.
It sounds like an
Takashi.
appropriate thing to do, but I don't know how good you are at charming.
So go ahead and make your roll.
All right, let's see.
Good old awkward charm always works.
Well, I mean, I haven't.
There's a festival.
So I heard that maybe you were single, and I was hoping that
No. I
might
would not
be-
say that.
might be willing to come with me to the dance.
The dice are going to dictate how you say it. So go ahead and roll.
Oh no!
Let's see this.
Oh no!
Because if you fail this roll, it might be like, so it's cold and we should kind of hold each other right now.
Please excuse me while I die off screen.
For warm.
You, me, sock hop this Saturday. I'm picking you up at 6.
Oh no!
Whether you like it or not.
Look at the slopes, girl.
Have confidence in
Like,
your
I
wrestling.
just
Roll.
for
Roll the
me
dice.
in character, I'd rather be friendly. It's like no.
Roll your dice.
Oh, thank God!
That's not bad.
Thank God, I am re-rolling.
Which ones?
to
What
make
are you
sure it's
Rolling
smooth as
additional
fuck.
dice.
All of them, like all the ones with successes and bonus or explosive successes.
All the ones with stuff on them.
Yes.
So you take your strife.
Well, he's gonna.
And
be
I,
Yeah.
Up,
yes, I will definitely take the strife. No worries, no worries. I have a lot more composure than I had back in the Shadowlands.
Oh, really?
Lucky.
You were asking out like Oni to the to the sock off. Oni.
Mr. Oni.
Oni
Do your additional
I
dice.
can't say it.
I'm going to the celebration with Akuma-kun.
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 All right, 4 successes. Now all
That
of you go
looks
die in a
good.
fire.
That's pretty good.
I think she would say yes.
You have no opportunity. So because
Yeah.
of that, she will accept your invitation, but she will do so only as like clanmates. She doesn't seem like she wants to go.
She's going as friends.
Yeah, like we're of the same clan. We'll go together
Let's
because there's
support
strength
each
in our
other.
clan.
I'm fine with that. That was my original intention, anyways. It's like, shut up, Kage. I'll toss you into a pond.
Okay.
I'm just eating kale chips over here, like.
I will toss you into a pond for that. And we will all be amused by it. Yourself included.
So, everybody meets at the floating tea house.
Okay.
Out front, waiting for you, is a beautiful doji. Let's see. It just says she's beautiful. Wow.
She's beautiful, so she can look however we want.
Yeah.
I think isn't there a description of her on fandom?
Maybe.
Yeah, you see a little kid come up to her. Are you an angel?
And I think there's a picture. You can, like,
Josh, you
She's
got it.
A buxom young lady with
I don't think so.
big boobs and a nice round bottom.
Are you talking about Persephone from Olympus lore, or Lore Olympus?
I
She
don't know
thick.
what that is.
Oh yeah, she's super
She
thick.
thick.
She thick.
Okay.
With a great hourglass
says-
figure.
Let's
says-
check out the images here. Nope. There are no images of her.
Oh wow.
Persephone of Lore Olympus. Just
Oh.
look her up.
Second cousin
This
to
is not-
Doji Hotaru. Appearance. Beautiful, gentle maiden, highly versed in traditional literature, blah, blah, blah. She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
There's no description other than beautiful.
Yep.
well, go ahead and make
Okay.
it.
So I say she's got boobies and booty.
I know there's a picture of her though.
No! There is not.
There will be soon.
Of course, at this time she would be cylindrical, so like no boobs and no booty.
She's young.
Straight.
She's about the same age as Kage.
I mean, aren't we all generally the same age?
Yes. You're
Kage's all
generally
like-
the same age.
My, okay.
Also, Josh,
Yeah.
Apollo needs to die.
We're not
What?
talking about your webcomics, guys.
Yeah, I know.
We're playing this
I haven't even
game.
quite up to that point, man. So anyway, just no spoilers.
The lady
Okay.
we're meeting has a pretty face. Let's just leave it at
Let's
that.
just leave it. She's white hair because she's a crane. She bows to all of you. Greetings, I am Doji Chioe. You also see Doji Susui standing a little further back. She has a very stiff demeanor, whereas Chioe has a very open one.
I'm going to immediately
She
gain 3
is
strife.
the bodyguard.
Yes, you can gain 3 strife. Thank you.
I give a shallow bow. Pleased to meet you.
Thank you for joining us here at the Floating Tea House. Please follow me, and I will introduce you to Kakita Ryoku. And she leads you in to the main area, where actually it's a private room in the Floating Tea House.
Oh yeah, and just to specify, I usually wear my armor, but right now I'm wearing my traveling garb.
Super fancy one.
Does everybody come on time?
Of course.
Yeah.
You can't be late.
I show up a little bit early because that's the kind of person that I am. I will
Just
wait
a few
slightly,
minutes early.
and I'm dressed extremely well.
He's like,
And-
look at me, look
and
at
it-
me.
And it may be surprising to some, but the people in the party will probably know I am still kind of sweaty. Coming into
Sweaty?
like nervous. Like you can tell that I'm nervous.
Okay.
I'll try to keep it cool, keep it chill for myself.
Going through the motions.
So there's pottery and paintings in the room. The painting it looks like a coastline. And the pottery are the teacups, the tea kettle that have been laid out for everybody to utilize. Everybody is supposed to sit across from Ryoko in order of status. The highest status sits across from her, and then going down, I think to the left or to the right.
Oh, I was not sure if there might be rows where, like, the highest status was in the front and the lowest was in the back.
No, you just sit at the table going down.
Okay. So it's a
Ryoko
single table across.
wears a large flowing kimono, and she has, of course, white, long flowing hair. There is a picture of her. If I can bring that up real quick. I'm just going to send you the link.
Flonk. With plenty of stonks.
Which they are up.
Stonks? What are stonks?
It's a meme about like stocks, essentially. It's like you gain a lot of stock in a company.
She's a looker even still.
So she is older than you guys,
Ah.
but she looks elegant and distinguished. She's still very good looking.
Ryoku. She has long white hair, and that's basically all this shows.
So before you sit down, is there anything you'd like to do? Very quickly.
Just sit where we're designated. Hopefully, we're with
I
close
will
to each
subtly give a look to Chioe as an acknowledgement to her.
As you
But
walk
try to
in,
be as subtly as possible.
when you walk in, she bows and then leaves the room. But if you give her a look, she will 100% not notice it. If she does, like, she's being very, very cool about it.
If she does notice, you don't know she knows.
Yeah.
But does she know that I don't know? You know.
Okay. You know
Does she know that you know? She doesn't know.
So, is there anything else that y'all want to do? Tarek did his thing. That's one little thing you can do.
I can't really think of
You
anything.
sit down.
No.
You sit down.
I'm not super knowledgeable about this situation, so I'm just gonna try to be cool.
I smile warmly at her, and I give a bow.
Okay. Moving on then. Oh. There's actually there's actually box text for this.
Ooh.
So, arriving at the floating tea house. At a distance, the tea house seems to be floating on a small pond. If you do not know better, you could have mistaken the gentle snowbanks for clouds of heaven itself. So I guess there is snow. A worn wooden bridge arches between the shore and the foyer. A gentle breeze blows, bringing with it crisp, pure scent of frost. Across the garden, you catch a glimpse of an ornate palanquin, and a figure in many-layered kimono steps forth. It is Lady Winter herself. Oh, it's Kiro Ryoku. Yes, you are escorted to the tea house by the freshly minted courtier named Doji Chioe. Yes. After you... Okay. The fire in the sunken hearth in the center of the tea house is a welcome sight. Hanging in the alcove to your right is a delicate scroll depicting a misty island and a solitary fisherman's boat. That's the painting. In the same alcove, an ikebana display featuring aster flowers is a gentle reminder of spring. As you kneel in your prescribed place, the faint sparkling of gold catches your eyes. The ceramics set beside the table, set beside the rest of the tea set, have faint lines of gold tracing through them.
Oh, cool. So, I know it's a thing where in Japanese art, if you break something ceramic, you repair it with gold.
Would you like to make a aesthetics check?
In character, I don't think I'll find anything.
I would like to make an aesthetic check.
I have 0 points in aesthetics, but
Likewise.
I don't see any harm in making that check.
Sure, make an aesthetics
With,
check.
Earth. Because that's from memory. Oh.
Good ring roll.
Alright. I will keep...
You only need... It's a TN1. Just saying.
Alright. A success and a strife, then.
Okay. Yes, this is indeed...
I don't remember what it's
Kintsugi.
called. Kintsugi, yes.
Kintsugi. Which pottery is repaired with gold in a way that highlights the imperfection in a beautiful way.
There's an artist who has exhibited at our gallery 3 times, and she's used that. So, out of character, I just know.
Awesome.
That's cool.
And now in character, because of your successful roll, you even noticed that too.
So, you guys are going to be taking part in the chagi, the formal tea ceremony. This will be handled as an intrigue.
Are there other people besides us and the other 2 crane?
No.
just
Chioe
us.
is not joining you for the tea ceremony at this point.
So it's just us and Ryoku.
Yes.
Okay, so it's very intimate.
Very intimate, yes. We're going to be running this as an intrigue scene. So,
That's gonna be fun.
it runs for 3 rounds.
So each round is an hour.
Who else is
And-
here?
What?
There's 4 of us.
There's 4 of you. So, there's 3 rounds, or 4 if there are 3 or fewer PCs. So, 3 rounds.
I mean, I thought you basically said it was just the 4 of us PCs and the person doing the tea ceremony.
That's
so
correct.
that's like nothing.
So, doing the tea ceremony is going to be an intrigue scene. What everybody's going to do is y'all are going to have a social objective. What you want to do during this scene, what your objective is. There are some sample ones here in the book. in the main book, including appealing to a person or group, discerning someone's qualities, discrediting somebody, or spreading rumors. There are some specific to this adventure, which is be a model guest, follow proper protocol, or consider...
Only read those out because I want to write them down so I don't have to keep... Be a good guest.
Oh, wait, no, it's just be a model guest. That's what it is. The other ones are just actions you can complete.
That's basically it in this situation.
Be a model guest is something you can do. You don't have to...
Yeah, probably.
You can do whatever you want for your social... You can just make something up. So I'm going to go around, starting with... We'll go with Tarek, because I'm sure you already have something in mind.
Oh, thanks for putting me on the spot, because I did not.
Oh, well then, we'll go with Josh.
Okay. Sure, pick the guy who's completely still thinking on.
Anyone who's already prepared.
I have an idea.
What do you
I have
want
an
to do?
idea for myself. So I want, I kind of want to get information on her and see if she can help out with the Dragon Clan's need.
You want
There are things that you can find out about people.
Okay. You can either discern someone's qualities or appeal to the person. So if you want to get her on your side to help the Dragon Clan, that is appealing to a person. So that will be your... Or you can figure out who she is by discerning someone's qualities. One or the other.
I think it might be prudent of me to start with discerning her qualities, and maybe in the next round...
No, this is it for all 3 rounds. You get
For the
one
whole
thing.
scene, you
The
get to do
whole
one
scene.
thing.
One thing.
Oh man, tough call.
Well, I am so worried about what's gonna go down that I'm just gonna try to be the best guest that I possibly
Be a
can.
model guest. All right.
I think
I'll
I'll
try
go
to
ahead.
appeal to a better nature.
You're going to
And I
appeal
think-
to her?
I'm gonna
Okay.
try to.
And I'll discern her, her
You're going to
qualities.
discern her qualities, and Tarek,
For this one, I'm totally going to discern her qualities.
discern her qualities. Okay. To be a model guest, a character can maintain their composure and avoid disgrace by accumulating 3 momentum points. So you'll need 3 successes for this.
In what?
Or, in whatever action you take.
Oh, doesn't momentum work differently?
Yeah, momentum is you succeed at what you did that round.
Oh, over time.
Over
yeah.
time. Yes, they'll stack.
Before you release your ultimate.
My social graces aren't very graceful.
Okay. Discerning someone's quality will also be a vigilance of... Will also be 3 momentum. And... the focus attribute. What's her focus? Kakita Ryoku. Vigilant 5. You know what? It says in here that she is not trying to...
She's not being overly vigilant. She's not suspicious.
Yeah. She is, for the purposes of this conflict, she is not actively working against the PCs.
Okay, that's good to know.
So if everybody makes 3 momentum, we'll say it worked.
Okay.
'Cause there's only 3
And
rounds.
what's the requirement for appealing to her?
Yeah.
3.
Well, I mean, if she's not really working against us and is interested in getting to know us, maybe she has some connections that could help out with the dragon's current needs.
Well, you're discerning her qualities, not appealing to her. So, just saying.
I'm appealing to her.
I was debating which one, but guess I'll have to stick with what I called out.
Yep. Pick something before you start rolling.
So you can pick multiple objectives each or throughout the entirety of the intrigue. You can pick multiple objectives.
Oh.
If you get if the magnitude or the whatever it's called,
Momentum?
if the momentum value is like 3, then every time you make the roll, you're going up to that momentum. Once you hit that 3 successes, so if you don't hit 3 the first time, but the second round you want to keep trying, those successes continue to go toward the momentum. Once you hit the momentum, you have completed that objective, and you can either set a new objective or keep doing that objective and learning more and more. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So it's
All
like
right.
it's a threshold that every time you hit that threshold, you can advance that objective.
Hold on,
But
hold
they can
on.
help try to stop you from making that objective potentially, or you could just be really inept and not make.
Yeah, not be so suave.
Hold on, give me a second here, guys.
I think that's how it works.
I don't really remember.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make it 3, even though her focus and her vigilance are way more than 3. Mind you, the person with the highest if your goals are competing, which none of you are right now, it's the person with the highest amount of momentum points. So let's start with the first round. You sit in the prescribed order based on your status, with the guest of honor situated at the opposite of the host, which is the person with the highest status.
I think that's Shiba Inoue. Am I wrong?
My status is 54.
That's pretty high.
What's your status there, Tarek?
50.
Okay.
Exactly.
It's a Noe.
Good luck.
Chuck.
Godspeed.
Man.
In the first round, the meal is served.
Into the
charcoal,
cookers.
and charcoal is changed for the first time. After everyone has a chance to eat, light sweets are served for dessert.
So it's not just tea.
Mm-hmm. So during that time, everybody can do an action.
We roll initiative, right?
Well, there is no initiative. You just kind of do it, and we're gonna go in status order here.
Okay.
It's a sentiment check. Yeah, there is initiative.
No, there's not.
Yeah, in Intrigue.
There kind of is,
Yeah,
but
you roll-
it's
you roll
based on your
sentiment.
status.
No, you roll sentiment.
No, it doesn't say that at all. At the
Page
start of the phase
256.
1
Well-
initiative, during Intrigue, each participant character may choose a social objective. This is a concrete goal, blah, blah, blah. The goal is also...
Yeah,
any number
look-
of characters can choose the same
It
objective.
it basically says if
What's
you
page
need
two?
to roll initiative, it's based on sentiment.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on page 256. For an intrigue, the initiative check is a TN1 sentiment check. Not
God,
just
that's
to
so
listen, but to
stupid.
politely probe other characters' strengths, weaknesses, and
It's
importantly.
it's the same thing as when you're fighting, except it's sentiment instead of tactics.
God, that's so dumb. We're just gonna go by status.
Okay.
Because she's going to pay attention to the person with the highest status first, and then down the line. So,
Yeah, it does say if you preempt someone with higher status, then you have to take like a glory hit or something like that.
That is also.
I assume that everyone here is of a higher status than I am. I'm just like at plain old 30, so...
Anoe,
Okay.
Yes.
tell me, what stance are you on, and what action are you taking?
Stance, I am on water stance.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I didn't catch that second half.
Action.
And my action,
Yes.
I'll be courteous. Towards-
Intrigue actions are assist, calming breath, persuade, and unique action. Persuade courtesy, that's what you're doing.
Yes.
You present a proposed back by honeyed word and clever implications.
Yes.
So, if the target status rank is higher than yours, decrease the T in this check by 1. If the target status rank is higher than yours.
Wow, what's her
status
status rank?
is 70.
That's really high.
Yeah, she used to be the Imperial Chancellor, if I'm not mistaken.
If the target status rank is higher than yours, decrease the TN. That's weird. Okay.
Oh, because it's normal?
Because,
It's
I mean,
expected
like,
behavior?
you're trying to
I
be
guess.
nice.
You're showing deference to somebody in higher status.
So it's
Which is
TN3.
expected.
So it is a TN3 courtesy check.
Okay.
Courtesy water.
Courtesy water. TN check. And I roll for courtesy, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
water,
And
TN3.
water foreman. TN3. Alright.
Explosive success and several opportunity.
I'll take that explosive success and I'll take those 2 opportunity
Okay.
Without strife.
without strife.
And explode the die.
Alrighty. Exploding said die. Making sure everything's clicked off. There we go.
One more success.
You have failed to be courteous to her. Unfortunately. But you do have 2 opportunity that you can use to, I guess, remove
Soften the
strife.
blow?
Spot a physical detail present in your environment that may not directly relate to your check.
Okay. I would notice that oceanside painting.
Okay. Sure. You notice that this depicts Lost Daughter Inlet, where the first Empress was hidden by her father. So,
Okay.
Tarek, Kage is the next highest in status. What is your action?
I would like to gauge her qualities, which says
Quality.
it's a culture or sentiment check to fulfill the objective. So I guess that's what I'm doing.
So,
I don't see an action for it. You know what I mean?
yeah, it says discern someone's qualities, right?
Yeah. What does that take to
Some-
compete?
So what you're going to do is go to the next page where it says Intrigue actions. And those assist, calming breath, persuade, or unique action is what you can do. Or there's 2 more actions that I can give you right here. You can follow proper protocol or consider your inner self.
I'll follow proper protocol.
Okay. What is your stance?
I will go on air stance.
Okay, you can use either culture or performance. to
I will
follow
use culture.
culture. It is a TN4.
In
If you succeed, add 1 momentum point towards an appropriate social objective, plus 1 additional momentum point for 2 bonus successes.
I will spend a void.
So performance...
No, culture.
Oh, I'm sorry, culture. Culture, air, analyze. Yep, that's what you're doing. You're analyzing her.
Just looking at all my other stats real quick, just to verify all of it. Culture. Color skill. Okay, cool. Nope.
Wow.
So I get to
Unfortunately,
keep 4 of these.
Wow.
Pop, pop.
Did you-
It didn't even do my void.
yeah, you didn't do the void. You get one more die, ring die.
You've got 2 combo success
Okay, yeah.
opportunities
two
up there.
Combo successes and 2 successes.
Okay.
So 4 successes and 2 opportunity. The 2 opportunity I'm going to use to do something interesting.
Right.
Peace. I'm going to use it to find out information about her. I'm going to spend 1 opportunity to actually have 2, right?
You have 2. Yes.
Know 1 secret of the character's family that they would prefer be forgotten.
What is this? A shugi?
Yeah, ancestry on Earth.
I
wait.
was gonna say that might be it. Yeah.
Hold on. Never mind, that's an Earth check.
Yeah, you had to do Earth. Too bad.
Ancestry unearthed.
All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Well, you can there are air ones. Learn another character's demeanor and current strife, or notice an interesting detail about a character in the scene.
I'll notice an interesting detail about a character. Actually, are they both 1 point?
No, the notice an interesting is 2. Learn another character.
Okay, then I'll do that one. I'll spend 2 to notice an interesting detail.
Okay. Let's see here. Reading. Sorry, guys.
No worries.
Worries.
But in the meantime, I'm pretty sure Hina Nozomi will be the one that goes after Kage, so I will be back shortly.
She uses... Interesting. It is an interesting detail about a character in the scene. This is what you notice. And you didn't think about it before, but her letter had blue ink, and she has the vial of blue ink with her as well. It seems to be a characteristic of her letter writing that she uses this specific type of ink.
Very interesting.
And that can probably help you in the future. Alright, now it is...
And that's about it.
Yes.
Shoot, I was kind of sort of thinking about something, but then other things started happening, and I was like, what am I gonna do?
Remember, you can also be a model, follow proper protocol, or consider your inner self.
Yeah, that was my general idea, to just be a model guest. And then I saw something else.
What did you see? There's assist, calming breath, persuade.
Basically, persuade.
Yes. Command, courtesy, performance will also work here.
So, command, courtesy, or performance.
Yes.
I don't feel like command is the best thing for her, and my courtesy and performance are 0. So, I think I will just try to be a good guest.
Or you're going to follow proper protocol. Mm-hmm. That is either culture or performance.
Oh, okay. So, one of them is performance, anyway. And my culture is 0. Dang.
Well, use a good stance.
So...
You could consider your inner self. That requires theology or meditation.
Consider my inner self? Where even is that?
It's special for this scene. It's an action in the adventure.
Okay, well, at least I have some meditation skill, so I guess I can consider my inner self. Just, taking a nice, calm thought about this beautiful tea ceremony. With, I guess...
What's your stance?
I guess I'll take an earth approach.
Okay, it is a TN2 meditation check.
Oh, look. Lovely. 2 successes.
2 successes. That's what you needed.
I'm considering my life.
You're not going to reroll the exploder?
I don't need to.
Are you going to take a strife?
No.
Oh, you're just going to take those 2 and not reroll it?
Yeah.
Okay. You can do that. Okay, you get 1 momentum point. And you may ignore the effects of 1 disadvantage you possess for the remainder of the scene.
Oh, damn. I wish I would have done
Okay, so if somebody challenges me to a competition, I can ignore it.
Jug. Like, no.
So
I think I'm okay.
You can pick 1 disadvantage, you can ignore that for the rest of the scene. Okay, and Matt, what is your action for the scene? Remember, you can also follow proper protocol and consider your inner self.
And what does follow your inner self mean exactly?
Consider your inner self? It means you're using the tea ceremony as a time for reflection. That's what it means.
Huh. Interesting. What the heck would I gain from it, though?
That's up to you.
You may ignore the effects of any 1 disadvantage you possess, but you may not get a momentum point from this because you don't have the right social objective for it.
Okay. I think I will consider my inner self because one of my flaws is definitely bluntness, and I need to be a little more nuanced.
Okay. It's either theology or meditation.
Definitely meditation.
Okay, what is your stance?
My stance will be shift, so water.
Jeez. Thanks for the swear. For no
He said shift.
Shift.
Right, sure, whatever. TN2
Boy.
meditation.
Okay. Don't know what to do with this roll, but I will keep
You
the
have 2 successes and several opportunities with no bad parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no strife. So, should I keep the opportunities or successes?
You need 2 successes.
Okay, then I will definitely take 2 successes and an opportunity.
Got it. You succeed. You get no momentum points from this, but you do ignore 1 of your disadvantages, any disadvantage you like.
Bluntness!
Alright. And since you used water, you can remove 2 strike from yourself.
Yes!
Alright.
Not bad, sir.
Everybody has gone through the first round. Light sweets are served for dessert as part of the second round. which presents a chance for you to
Yum, yum.
converse with Ryoku. So, Ryoku will, the sweets will be presented, and I guess since it's a tea house, it's probably some mochi.
Probably.
Oh, it's tasty.
Yes.
I love the texture of mochi.
Me too.
All right. So
So you may converse with Ryoku as she nibbles on some of her of these sweets.
yeah, I'm wondering. I'm considering what to even ask about. Like So while I was taking my break, did anyone ask as to what made her interested in inviting us to a
We
ceremony?
weren't able to talk the first
You
time.
could ask that right now if you like.
Okay,
But it's I think Josh up first.
Yeah, it's my turn again.
Anybody can ask this. It's a
We don't
It's an
have to
open
go in
thing.
any
no
particular
order.
order.
Yeah.
all right.
You
So,
can
well-
go whenever you like.
All right, I'll ask my question then. So, let's see. What was the?
I don't know. What did you ask?
Suffix Sama Dono? No, I think it's
Sama's
Sama.
fine, yeah, or San
Like,
actually is
Yeah.
perfect.
So I'm just or San.
Ikita-san.
Okay. So and her out of character. Is it
Ryoko?
Ryoku?
Ryoku.
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 Yes, Ikita Ryoku.
All right. Ryoko-san, what made you consider inviting us for a tea ceremony, if you don't mind me asking?
She says, "Word of your accomplishments precedes you. Though I would not seek to impose upon you, my clan and I would be greatly indebted to you if you could help me in a simple matter. It is not often we have the pleasure of hosting our southern neighbors, the Mantis clan. I wish to ensure that Lord Yoritomo and his retinue feel most welcome and at ease during their stay here, as their attendance was not wholly expected. It would please me greatly to understand their wants and needs while they spend time as our honored guests. I know you have a friend within their ranks, and hopefully, you will be able to, you would be able to see that for me, if you could, Honorable Samurai."
Well, I have no argument against it.
I'm
So-
happy to hear that.
I can't speak for my other compatriots. That would be up
As-
to them too.
As dutiful hosts of this winter court, it is hard for us to do everything here. So your helpfulness is greatly appreciated, and I would consider it a personal favor.
All right.
What might we be able to do for you, Ryoku-san? In order to make this situation work as well as possible.
Well, Lord Yoritomo is the leader of the Mantis clan, so he is unlikely to reveal his hand so lightly. But you may gain the trust of his loyal captain Aizen of the Susano O, a ship docked in our harbor. Otherwise, you might speak with Doji Hatsushihina, who has been fastidiously assisting the Seneschal in securing lodging for all of our guests. If you can gain an audience with the Imperial Herald Miya Satoshi, you could discuss the matter with him as well. He is presiding over the poetry competition in the next few days and may be in a position to accept assistance. If you could convince the Mantis to produce the invitation, that would be of great insight into this matter. I would like to see it personally, if that is within your power.
It's quite a request. There.
It is not
Some
something
sort of-
you have to accept, but
You suspect
would put
some
me-
trouble?
it would put me in your debt. Trouble. I do not sense any sort of trouble from the Mantis clan. It is simply a matter of protocol and bookkeeping.
All right. So, out of the character, what was her request again? I'm trying to write it down for my notes.
She wants you to check out the Mantis clan and see what they're doing here.
What are they
and
up to?
why they were invited in the first place.
Yeah, she's implying that the crane did not invite them, and why the hell did they show up?
Exactly. That's what she wants to know. What the hell are these guys doing here?
Which in Kage's mind is like, hey, we're the crane and we fucked up our own invitation list. Can you solve that for us? I'm like, nah, bro. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, in character and out of character, I wasn't quite putting two and two together. I was like, yeah, I need a little bit of clarification here.
Here's the thing, though. This offer obviously does not come, like, she would owe you
You
as
a big favor.
Yes. You would get a favor from her or maybe even the Crane clan for doing this for her.
Okay, well, I mean, considering that she's well connected, like it kind of falls in line
She is
with
well
what my clan needs currently. So
Personally,
I
I would just love to see them keep squirming, regardless of what it would do for my clan's interests. Like, this is Kage's happy time right now.
Yeah, so you don't have to take her up on it, and y'all don't have to be of an accord as a group. Y'all can work whatever sides of this you want.
Okay, huh?
I'm all in favor of them inviting more Mantis. Get those weird Saruchi. Have you ever heard of those guys? Get the minor clans involved. Let's get them to join the court.
I'll
Make the
basically
crane
say
look-
something along the lines of, I'll see what I can find out, but I can't make any promises at this time.
Yes, it is very. It can be very difficult to bond and reconnect with one's former allies when there is such scrutiny. If
I did not
opportunity
know.
presents it.
I did not know your adventures took such a toll on you, Akuma-san.
I have become more aware of the responsibilities and the weight of the action that I take.
Well, I would not want to get in the way of your responsibilities. This
Of course not.
Simply,
And
this is simply something a part of it. Something I was hoping could be done in one's spare time.
I will say this to the matter of the Mantis. I, for one, and I cannot speak for my entire cadre. However, I, for one, am quite interested in discovering more about Yoritomo, as well as his shipmates. They are a fascinating breed, and I have good friends among their rank. I'm sure it will be splendid to reconnect. And if I can find out any additional information that may assist you in your aims, then I will happily do so. But I am unable. If I am unable to produce such information, I would hope that you would not hold that against me.
She looks to the rest of you. She basically takes what Kage said as, "I have spoken," and moves on to the rest of you. As Tatsuo has said that he is going to help. I guess
I mean,
Nozomi
I
said,
basically already said I'll try, but I can't guarantee anything.
She's like, whatever, I don't care. But Inoue hasn't said anything on the matter.
I'll do my utmost with what I can do.
That is heartening to hear. The Phoenix have ever been good allies to the Crane clan.
Bunch indeed.
Birdies got to stick together.
Cranes and phoenixes. Tweet, tweet.
Everybody can take an action now, starting with Inoue.
Okay. Is there a way I can use my new Shuji of Shallow Waters?
What to do?
Shallow Waters?
Yeah, you can use the Shugi,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, this is the time for Shujis.
This is what they're made for.
Yeah. Okay.
Social stuff.
Shallow Waters. When you make a social skill check targeting a character, you can spend opportunity. So basically, you're going to go on water stance, do an action, and then you can spend opportunity with shallow waters.
Okay. So, water stance.
Water stance.
Yes.
So you can now do an assist, a calming breath, persuade, unique action, follow proper protocol, or consider inner self. Well,
follow proper protocol.
Okay, it needs to be a social skill. So it needs to be performance.
It needs to be performance. Ugh.
So it's going to be performance water, TN2. Oh wait,
Yeah.
performance water TN1. So TN1 because it's water stance.
Okay. Alrighty. Oof. Okay, here I go.
You only need one success.
Yeah.
Exactly, one success and nothing else.
That was
Unfortunately,
a close call.
your Shugi needs opportunity to work.
I know.
But you succeeded in following the proper protocol, which gives
Okay.
you your first momentum point.
Yay.
Tarek, what is your action that you're performing?
I would like to continue doing my social goal, which is scrutinizing the situation, finding out as much information basically as I can about this whole.
Yes.
So I don't know if persuade would really be an option for doing this. If I could persuade information out of her.
Yes,
That-
that's exactly what you're doing.
Okay. Then I'm gonna try to courtesy.
Okay, she's 2 ranks higher than you, so it's a TN3.
Okay.
What's your stance?
I think I'm gonna do Earth Stand.
Okay. Earth stance. Which means you are reasoning with her.
And because I have the extra, I'll spend an extra. And this is courtesy?
Yes.
Right? Okay, I'll take the 3 successes.
Okay. That
'Cause you said my TN was 3, right?
that gives you 2 momentum points. Which means
Okay.
you have succeeded at what you wanted to do, which was discern someone's qualities. So you may know their social objective, Ningyo, Giri, Composure, Endurance, an advantage or disadvantage. Pick 3.
Pick 3.
Definitely their Ningyo and their Giri.
Ninjo and Giri. One more.
And actually, I can kind of assume the social objective is to get us to do her task. So give me a disadvantage.
Okay. Ningo and Giri. Of course, it doesn't say that on a character sheet.
Of course.
Advantages, disadvantages, gear, abilities. So
If it really doesn't have those, and you don't want to have to,
yeah,
like,
do you want to
make
get
them
her
up?
demeanor instead?
I'll take I can take like a demeanor, and maybe their composure.
Okay, her composure is 19.
Wow.
She is a courtier through and through.
Her demeanor is assertive.
How many air and fire rings or air and earth rings does she have? Jeez.
She might have an ability that gives her more composure.
And her disadvantage, a disadvantage of hers, is broken-hearted.
Oh.
Aw.
Kill you, lady.
Do we have a description of what that is?
It's a...
Of brokenhearted?
Yeah, it's a social mental disadvantage on fire, on the fire ring.
Oh.
So she's at a social disadvantage in fire.
It has something to do with her broken
Has
heart.
something to do with the
If you
yeah.
bring up
You
whoever
don't
she's
say.
brokenhearted about.
Okay.
So,
Good to know.
We're on to Crystal.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to not make any social faux pas.
So follow proper protocol.
Mm-hmm.
Culture or
I'll be right back.
performance.
Yeah, they're equally bad. Okay.
Oh, no. Okay. I guess you're using Culture Earth.
Uh-huh.
That is a TN of 2.
Alright. I'll keep the one with no strife and one of those explosives with strife and say I'm done.
Okay. You don't want to explode it? You don't have to keep it. You can roll it and not keep it.
There's no advantage to me rolling extra stuff, right?
There's no disadvantage to it.
There's no advantage to it.
Yes, there is. If you get an opportunity, you can spend that opportunity to do cool things. Or if you get 2 bonus successes, you get an extra momentum. So yeah, there is an advantage to it.
Do what?
Anything, you get more momentum points.
That's the name of the Intrigue game,
Yeah,
right?
getting momentum points is the name of the game.
I would probably keep the 2 explosives.
Well, I guess I will roll an additional die then.
Okay, you forgot to click on
Nothing
something else.
happening.
You can keep 3 from what it looks like.
Nothing.
Well, you gained a momentum point at least from following proper protocol. And Matt, what are you attempting to do?
All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and find out a little more about her and essentially go into my goal of what I wanted to do. So, I'm trying to remember, not scrutinize her, but find out a little more about her.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Are you persuading? What's your action?
My action.
You can follow
Well,
proper protocol.
I would like to use courtesy.
Okay,
but-
so you are persuading with courtesy.
Uh huh.
You're trying to charm her into telling you things.
What's your
I mean,
status?
I have no disadvantage except for air now.
What is your
so-
status?
My status?
Yes.
My status is 30.
Okay.
Or should I reason?
Your TN is 1.
Okay.
So
So-
pick a stance and do your courtesy check.
Okay.
TN 1.
TN1. Alright. I will keep both of those successes and the explosive success, and I will re-roll it. Right, and let me quickly put that strife back on. All right, modifier, do your thing. Okay. I was hoping for opportunity, but all right.
Not bad.
Well, you get 2 momentum, which means you have 2.
Yay.
Okay, at this point, Doji Chioe returns to the tea house and invites you to explore the surrounding garden for a time.
Well, that sounds lovely.
I would definitely take you up on that invite.
Okay. You guys start walking around the garden, around the tea house. I guess it is snowing, or it did snow. There are snowbanks, so there are many different, I guess, snow-covered, frosted plants. There are pine trees, I guess. I'm not sure.
Well,
I wish I knew more about plants in the area of Japan. I don't.
Well,
But this gives you an opportunity to talk to her if you like. She walks right up to Shiba Inoue. Behind everybody walks Doji Shisui, who doesn't say much. She walks right up to Shiba Inoue and says, Inoue-san,
Yes.
what kind of Shugenja are you?
Josh?
Well, I study under my master, Hisawa Sensei. I'm being trained under fire.
Who is your sensei?
My sensei is Tsukui Hisawa-san Sensei?
What?
Forget.
Asawa Sakue, yes.
Yeah. Tsukui, yeah. So
She says, oh, the Master of Fire. Very prestigious. Let me ask you, do you
Yes.
consider yourself more a follower of Shinsei, the ancestors, or the fortunes?
I believe I follow you said Shinsei or the fortunes?
Shinsei, the fortunes, or ancestors?
Have you read your book, man?
Dude, I just got onto the
There are 3 types of religion in Rokugan.
yeah.
There is the teachings of Shinsei, which is basically Buddhism.
Okay.
There is Fortunism, which are spirits and gods.
Ah.
And then there is ancestors. You pray to
Okay.
your ancestors for guidance and knowledge.
Yes. Okay, and back in character. I would follow fortune.
Fortunism. What? Do you have a patron fortune that you devote yourself to?
Out of character again, because
You have no idea, do you? You are terrible, Shugenja.
Oh no!
Oh no.
the Shiba, correct?
Shiba's an ancestor.
Shiba's an ancestor?
She's also
Yeah.
a kami and an ancestor.
Okay.
If it's a person who lived, that's an ancestor.
Yes.
And
And those kami lived among you, and when they died, they became honored ancestors. They're no longer gods. Well, they
Gotcha.
kind of still are, but they're more considered ancestors now.
okay.
Yeah, the fortunes are like Bishamon, Benton, Fukurakujin, Hotaru, Ibisu.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Shinsei is essentially the ever confusing teacher of all of them, and I believe Tagashi was.
No.
No?
He wasn't the teacher of all of them. He was a religious prophet who showed up and educated them in a way of life and a way to fight the Shadowlands, or Fuling.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Shinsei taught all of the kami who fell. He was their teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The,
actually
religious teacher.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the little teacher. That's his name.
I actually
The little teacher.
Yeah.
I actually follow Fukuro
Yeah, that's
Kujin.
really what he was
Fuku-
called.
Of course, the fortune of knowledge and writing.
Yes.
Kind of smile a little bit when he says that.
Tarek, do you follow Fukurukujin as well? Do you have a
Yeah, not
blessing?
only do I follow
You have a
Fukuro
blessing.
Kujin, I have blessed by.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blessed by Fukuro.
She turns to Kage and says, "I know Kage," and catches herself for a second. Says, "Kage-san, he enjoys the blessings of Fukukurujin."
Indeed,
Fukuro Kujin.
I was raised be quite a devout follower of and his teaching. Akodo and Ikoma both advocate for a rigorous mental exercise to keep the mind sharp as every other sense.
Oh yes, those texts of the Lion Clan.
Wait,
I guess
then.
that would be your religion, would it not, Kage-san? I never even thought about that before. A young girl. I wasn't even thinking about the spiritual world back then.
Well, it is something that I have a growing interest in, especially now that I've spent so much time alongside Shiba Inoue and Togashi Tatsuo.
Tatsuo, Togashi Tatsuo-san, you're a monk of the Togashi clan.
Yes.
How do you fit religion into your monk studies?
Well, sorry, out
Wow,
of
I'm
character.
asking all
Kinda
sorts
caught
of
me off
questions no one ever thought of before, even though they're essentially parts of your character.
guard. Yes.
You're
I,
religious leaning.
I'm trying to
been
remember. I'm
focused-
thinking, I do kind of follow Shinsei's teachings, but I've only gotten a shallow view of it from
Shinsei has a lot. Basically, think Confucianism mixed with Buddhism,
Yes.
and
yeah.
the two leaders of
I
that.
don't know what
those-
Confucianism is like.
She says, "Ah, yes, the Tao of Shinsei is a font of wisdom. Do you, you find it helps you focus your ki?
I would definitely say so.
Are you adept at Kiho?
Yes, I've used it plenty of times within my
I
meditations and in battle.
I don't want to seem forward, but is there any way we could have a demonstration?
Anything in particular you would like to see?
Well, I hear there's a lot of Kiho that are very subtle, but I don't know if you would be able to demonstrate those in a way that we could all enjoy. Is there anything you have that is a bit more noticeable?
Retaining.
Yeah?
Well, I do have a Kiho that I commonly use in battle, and I'm sure my compatriots have seen me use it quite a bit.
I just quirk a brow and pull out my courtier's fan. Just to hide a smile behind him.
Well, one of my favorite abilities would be the body is an anvil. And it helps me defend against attacking enemies.
Shisui
it's-
speaks up and says, is this Kiho dangerous?
Only if you were to attack me. But you would see an aura of fire around me if you would like to see a demonstration.
Chioi says, by all means.
Okay. So, I'll go ahead and give a roll for it, and I'll add a void point just to make sure I don't make a fool of myself, too.
Oh, I don't want you to make a fool of yourself, but I want you to totally melt a bunch of snow around here and maybe burn a plant. That would be great.
All right.
Make your roll. Oh, that's enough.
Yep.
All right.
Not enough for a. Oh, actually, because of your tattoo, yeah, you can definitely do a. What is it called?
A burst effect.
Burst effect, yeah. So you gather your chi energy until you go Super Saiyan, like energy jumping up around you like flickering flames. The snow does sizzle and steam around you. Chioe, her eyes get a little big and she says, Kage-san, you have found yourself with some interesting friends.
I would not trade them for any others. They're truly unique.
And I wouldn't trade my friends with anyone else.
That you would have stayed in your army regiment, singing songs of all of the soldiers, rather than going off adventuring with a group as diverse as this.
Before my Genpuku, I probably would have thought the same. But thanks to meeting Nozomi and Katsuo and Inoue, I've been taken along for quite a few adventures. Some that I probably should not even have lived. But here we are. Better for it.
I would still consider everyone here like a big old family, regardless of our separation of clans.
We have grown close indeed.
I envy that, Kage-san. I wish I could be a part of such a thing.
Personally, I would see no issue. Like, just make friends with whomever you wish to be friends with, regardless of clan affiliation.
We all
That's
have our...
how I see it.
Such simple wisdom from the Dragon Clan.
Give it to the dragon to find wisdom.
Is there any questions you want for Chioe? Otherwise, she'll bring you back to the tea house.
Your curiosity intrigues me.
Ooh.
Inoue.
I didn't mean to, I don't know, be so forward in my curiosity. Is it so obvious?
I'm sorry?
Is it so obvious? I apologize.
There's no need, for I'm equally just as curious. That's why I befriend many across the lands. I too have made many a friend, even with clan members such as the Unicorn Clan as well, during my youth. So I see no issue with befriending many across Rokugan.
If we were only so lucky to be unbound by destiny, duty, bound.
Well said.
Fate.
I'm sure while Shugenja are... They have a lot of ritual and duty to perform. A monk is much freer to follow the teachings of Shinsei in the ways that they wish and they choose. I have talked to a number of the Brotherhood of Shinsei, and it is a brotherhood that I feel that maybe one day I could be a part of. After, of course, my duties are done.
Well, whatever you feel your calling is, follow it through to your satisfaction.
That is a noble thing to aspire to. Too many times do we forget those below us. The needs that they...
I guess you could look at it as them being below us, Kage-san. I guess that's a lion way of seeing things.
As Dakota once said, we look not... We rise early and attempt to do all the chores of the house before our servants even have an opportunity to do so. Not because we cannot trust them to do their work, but to show them that they, too, have something to ascribe to, and that none of us are above them. We must be capable of handling all such duties ourselves. It's not until we prove that we can rely on others.
To be reliable to others as others are reliable to us. I like that.
As the Shiba were to the Asawa. And vice versa.
So, anybody else have any questions for Chioe? No?
My character will make a lot of polite conversation to try to tease more information out from her, but
She seems like she's more interested in the monk and the Shugenja.
for sure.
She's
Muscle
kinda
boy
changed.
and brainy boy.
It looked like, you know, that you always knew she was very studious, that she read a lot of literature, and was, you know, had to study culture and governance, and her time with, from what you remember, her time with you was to expose herself to a different clan's type of courtier.
It went well.
But it seems now that she's very interested in spirituality for some reason.
So she's changed. She's grown into a different type of person now.
She has.
I will then. The one thing that I will ask is if she still keeps up with poetry and theater.
She says that she does enjoy her poetry, but she has not had the chance to do much theater in her time.
Well, then we should all look forward to the upcoming event.
The Kabuki Theater, of course. Well, everybody is taken back to the tea house.
Back into the intrigue.
Back into the Intrigue.
We had a nice reprieve to relax, recover some
Yes.
composure.
I didn't know I could gain such flattering attention.
The bell is rung. A bell is rung to signify that you are to return to the tea house for the third round of Intrigue. Chioe will politely bow and let you return.
We'll bow back. Or I will, at least.
Of course.
I bow.
Can't speak for everyone else.
Oh yeah, I'll bow respectfully, but no more than respectfully.
Once you have retaken your seats, Ryoko makes a thick green tea in front of you in a series of elaborate, meticulous steps, each gesture or position passed down to her from the tea masters through the ages. She then serves you the tea, who partake of the same bowl one after the other. After the tea has been finished, it is time to change the charcoal beneath the tea kettle once again. Then a thin green tea is served. After utensils are cleaned and put away, the host leads you out of the tea house in the order you arrived, and finally bows and seasonal greetings are exchanged. So you can do one last action, starting with Inoue.
Of course. I bow deeply and say, I'll do what I can in all of my power to help you in your any assistance that you've asked.
Okay, are you following proper protocol, or are you persuading?
I'm gonna try persuading.
Okay, courtesy again?
Courtesy again.
TN3, courtesy check.
Oh, courtesy. TN3. Okay, so. Alright. You said TN3?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, courtesy. Bop.
There's 3 successes up there.
Okay.
You get to keep 3.
That's what I'm taking.
You did
Plus
it.
the stone. Yay!
Okay, you have now 3, I believe. 3 momentum points?
3 momentum.
No, only 2.
Hmm.
You only have 2
2.
momentum points.
Yeah.
So you are not able to accomplish your goal.
Okay.
No worries though.
Nervous wreck here, so.
Tarek, you've already completed your goal, so we're just going to move on to...
Okay, I was gonna say I was just gonna be polite at the end,
Yeah.
just to
Crystal?
wrap it up.
Yeah, my goal was just to be a good guest.
So,
So,
you still only have 1, or you have 2 momentum.
out of 3, I
3.
guess.
Yes, you need 3. So you're still going to follow proper protocol?
Yep.
Culture or performance?
Culture, I suppose.
Culture Earth, again?
Sure, that works for
Okay,
me.
TN2. And you succeed.
Look, 2 successes. That works for me.
Okay. You've accumulated 3 or more momentum points. You've succeeded. If you succeed, you are awarded 1 glory for exemplifying Bushido of courtesy in front of a powerful figure. You also gain...
Courtesy is like the thing that I'm like, it doesn't really matter that much.
You fumbled
You
in
also
there.
gain ally Kakita Ryoko distinction.
Cool.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. One glory and the distinction ally
Kakita Ryoko.
Kakita Ryoku. Where do I
That's
even
distinctive.
put that?
Alright, it's time for Matt's character. You have how many momentum so far, Matt? 2?
And I think I will also spend my last void point to make sure that I get to my goal as well.
Okay, what's your action?
My action is to find out a little more about her. Maybe...
What is the action? Persuade?
Persuade.
Follow proper
okay,
protocol?
okay, hold on.
Persuade. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So, courtesy, command, or performance?
Courtesy.
Okay, make your roll.
And I will add the void point, so that's a ring die.
Okay, you have done it. You have succeeded at your task. You are trying to discern someone's qualities.
Uh-huh.
You can get there one of these 3. So, social objective, composure, endurance, and advantage or disadvantage.
Hold on. So I get a what now?
You get to learn 3 of those traits.
3 of
Two
these, yes.
ones.
So it is again, alright, social objective, composure, endurance, advantage, or disadvantage.
Well, let's see. The other characters learned 2 other things.
You don't have the same information they have.
Okay. Let's say advantage.
Okay, you know that she has a love of storytelling. It is a
Get to choose
water
3 of those.
artisan mental advantage.
Water artisan mental.
Yes, but you don't know this, Crystal.
I don't even know what that means,
Right.
really.
What's the next thing you want to know?
Okay. Let's see. Let's go with, let's see. So,
Disadvantage, demeanor, composure, endurance.
how about demeanor?
Demeanor is assertive.
Got one more.
All right. All right. All right. What were the last options again?
Disadvantage, composure, endurance.
Endurance. Let's try endurance.
4.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
All right, everybody has finished the tea ceremony, and you are sent on your way out back into the court.
Back into the day.
This is where we're going to stop for today. Everybody gets 2 experience points.
Yay!
It's been such a long day.
This has been a very long game. I didn't want to stop in the middle of this intrigue scene. I wanted to finish the intrigue scene.
Yeah.
But there's a lot here, and a lot to it, and a lot to think about for your characters. So I hope you had a great game. I hope it was fun. This is the first time we did Intrigue.
Not as fun as some other games, but still fun.
So thanks for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button. Obviously you did. You made it to the end. We'll see you next time when we play more of Winter's Embrace. See you later, guys.